Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Modest Guild, where today one of our people is coming in from Australia.
Nailed it.
You guys are awful.
The world
They put
awful.
some shrimps on the bobby.
Shrimp on the bobby, dingoes ate your baby.
I had to flip the camera because it started in upside down.
If everybody in chat could give a "How are we?" to Melvin.
Oh no, I just
you
realized I
happy?
haven't switched over, so that way the Twitch stream says episode 36.
No.
It's okay, I can take care of it right now. So,
You drove him
who
away.
wants to tell me
He's
what
gone.
happened last time on our Modest Guild?
We made friends with a giant. A big old friendly gianty boy.
The Boulder.
He was the Boulder.
The Boulder.
Just Boulder.
The Boulder.
Not the Boulder.
No, he will
Well,
always
we're
be
calling
the
him the
Boulder.
Boulder.
Dingoes ate your baby.
Executive decision. He's now the Boulder. So we were traveling through to, and then we were in transit. We got assaulted by a giant who we thought was really scary, but after casting tongues, it seems like he was just looking for his brother, who unfortunately we found as a giant sickle a couple days back. Well, one day back. And we decided to help him go find his brother. We had a very, very emotional, very gripping burial ceremony for him. And then he had carried us all the way to our goal and shaved about 2 days off
You
of the battle.
skipped the speak with
Oh,
the...
did I?
And before that, we
I
were
did.
able to speak with Dead with his body and
Right.
found that a small or puny man compared to him, obviously, with robes and a mask, took his stick, which Oliphius was able to theorize was a staff of command, most likely, which is what the giant was using to keep his ice
there's two
wolves
of them.
at bay. Yeah, ice wolves at bay. But yeah, after the funeral, as Tara was saying, we were brought over from the by the giant, which really cut our travel time by quite a bit, to the ruins itself. We do have a long rest before we head up the mountain. During the night, Kafriel had a dream about her brother, and some. If you'd
I
like to
wished
take
on
this
a
over,
star
Kafriel.
first. I wished on a star because I saw a shooting star during my watch, and on the shooting star, I wished to know that my brother was okay. And in the dream, I saw my brother with a red-haired dude. And one of the rumors about my brother was that he eloped with a peasant, and that was scandalous solely because no one had faith in me to continue the family line.
The redhead
and
guy
he
had
was-
clicky feet.
Yeah,
he's
so
clicky-
strongly suggested he
Well,
may be
he
a
had-
satyr based on the things he
He
saw.
had clicky feet, but also he had long robes. So
And he played a pan flute.
and he played a pan flute. So
Got pan in the name.
So I cast sending to my brother using Grandpa, and I got a response, and he was like, "Miss me already? I've only been gone for like a little while, or I forget the exact wording, but
He gave a lot of sass.
yeah, it was a lot of sass." And Capriel was like, "Ooh." Yeah. Continue with your lore book.
So we eventually make it to the ruins of the temple. Cal is able to sense for desecration and consecration. Cast one of his many
Protect,
smites. Yep, he's
Yeah,
casting
we have a
Protect Smite.
list now.
So sensed some desecration all around the entire ruins of the temple, but there's a small glimmer, like a pocket of consecration further within, down one of the paths. The temple we find is dedicated to a goddess of magic. There's a lot of iconography around here related to reptilian nations, which really shouldn't be here since this is obviously a mammalian nation. A path that leads to a dead end, but Cal can feel consecration on the other side of it had some words in Celestial written above the top that had to do with basically showing that those that worship this goddess can basically open a doorway in a way, kind of a summation of that. Basically, this goddess is one of basically arcane power. She's one that her name has been lost to time. She was eventually killed by those who worshipped her, and she was the one who gave them the boons of arcane might to them. Then eventually they used to turn on her. Between Oliphius and Mihi casting or spending spell slots and sending of some of their own arcane power into this door, they were able to open it up, and basically we found a long, untouched room. The expired scent of ancient air, everything covered in dust, kind of passes through us as the door opens, or wall that it was a door. Past the wall in the room, we found a room encircled with runes, kind of glowing the same light we had seen before, that lead down a forward hallway, and that's kind of where we left off. Yeah.
All right, I had to unmute myself. All right. So, as you guys go down the stairs.
We didn't. Oh.
Oh, I thought you guys were about to start going. My
we
bad.
just got into the. Yeah.
So then the wall has finished opening, and inside you see a blue glow suddenly hit you guys, and you see what looks like to be etchings and murals that go down like maybe 10 feet and then make a sharp left. The whole walls are glowing a light blue.
How far away is the consecration?
It's right in front of you. And in fact, when you open it, all of a sudden the consecration feeling envelops all of you.
Are the murals any different from the ones we encountered in the first rooms?
They are intact. They are not beaten the shit out of.
Ooh, can I study them?
Sure. Roll me religion.
Okie
I need you to move like to the right because you're not. We can see like half your face. There we go.
That one. But luckily,
you have no idea what any of this is. Like, it looks similar, but like you still don't really know.
Womp.
Womp womp.
Fuck it, can I try?
Let me see if I still have proficiency in knowledge.
Is it in like a specific language or?
Why do I hear didgeridoos?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's not an Australian joke. It does actually sound like that.
It's not me, actually.
I mean,
I know everyone wants to look at me with didgeridoos, but no, it's not me. Oh.
Yeah, it's you. It's gone.
It's definitely you, yeah. That's
well, I guess I just have a passive aura of didgeridoos. I apologize.
That is a
His name is Finn.
To religion.
So 22. All right. So looking around, you get like the glimpse. Like you obviously understand that this is exactly like what was before, but not destroyed. Obviously, you actually are able to kind of depict stuff in there. You see, what looks like to be a bunch of different people. There aren't really any like.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I looked up over Justin.
He said it wasn't him, but he had to when he heard it in a dream.
Oh, that's fantastic. But yeah, so the forms are kind of like androgynous, right? They're not like, you can't tell what race they are or anything like that, but they do appear to have, looks like to be kind of casting magic around them. From their hands, all surrounding them, all this type of stuff. It just basically looks like different kinds of different types of magics being used.
Okay.
Damn, not smite.
Is there any prominent figures, something that with this role I could denote as that figure is supposed to be the god or goddess of magic?
Not where you're standing currently.
Okay. So do we just press on then?
Oh, there's only one path, from what we can tell. If you give me a moment, I can sense any kind of magic, so I feel like if this place is equipped to ward off people who are not welcome, traps most likely will be magical in nature.
Want to take an hour to get me back up to full speed. I also have something help Cafriel.
Ooh, me?
I do not wish for us to waste time just on my account. I have the potion of long rest in case things get hairy.
Well,
I-
apparently
You
if
used-
this is going to help me, then I want to do it. But also you. Take a nap, Mihi.
so
My
long
lap
as
is
it's
very
not just for me. I'm
We
in.
we should probably at least go past the door just in case it closes within the hour.
That makes sense.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We step over the door and the pit opens
Yeah.
up beneath us, and
Yeah.
And then
And
we
we
die.
fell in the pit.
we'll all
Yeah, so we'll
step
step
like through
through
the
the
door.
threshold.
Okay, so as the last bit of you goes through and steps underneath everything, all of a sudden,
Sick.
Yeah, okay. That was a
Hold on. Let me, before it closes completely, I'm going to take,
Iron ingots.
yes, actually, I'm gonna take, 6 iron ingots stacked 2 by 2, up to make just a small gap, just in case we need to get underneath it and lift it up.
okay. So
That's some Indiana Jones shit right there.
you watch as the bars, like kind of like
What?
squish, and then just stop, like
Oh,
they
thank
squish
God.
a little bit.
I was
they
like,
don't-
shit, man.
Okay,
Well,
don't let the door crush.
Yeah, don't let it
Anyone.
hit you on the way out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yikes.
As we do our long rest, I'm going to make sure that there's no belts that would make Mihi uncomfortable in my lap.
Short rest.
I said
Alright.
short rest, right?
You said
Anyone
long
has
Um,
taken any damage?
Oops, short rest.
Yeah, sure rest.
Okay.
And at the last 10 minutes of the rest, I'll start ritual casting detect magic.
I'm gonna unattune from the shield, the animated shield, and give it to Cafriel for time being. Shield.
You
Oh.
did you do the switch?
If I had by chance done the switch, I have to take it to a body of water to
Okay.
eat.
Hmm.
But my AC is the same. I'd just be using it. It's like immensely helps you out, especially
Yeah.
considering that. What did it say? I believe I wrote down what it said.
You indeed did.
Wrote it down in the chat, not in something about danger that roll above the smites. When time has come and gone and visions go, you cannot bend it, will not bow. Fate and elect be your guide, many dangers are inside. Those who worship which gives us power shall be welcome inside this temple.
Can you put that in the
It's in the
party
Discord.
thing?
It got
No, I meant
Yeah.
like the shield. So I can put it in my inventory.
just drag it into. I don't know how to do that.
I will drag it into your thing. Just give me one moment.
How fast does it take for him to unattune?
It's the same
Short rest.
process.
Okay, so it'll take another short rest for me to attune to it.
No, you guys can do it all in the same.
Yeah, I asked Adam before the.
Oh,
No, yeah, you could. He can literally give it to you, and the second you finish tuning to it, it unattunes to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Boop. There you go.
Yay.
Item
I guess
trade.
I'll unattune from my. I don't want to unattune from my mask of disguise. For this,
For
I
this,
will.
like, might it?
Yeah.
You could always swap attunements like a combat loadout and a RP like
Yeah.
city loadout because we ain't gonna talk to many people that we need to disguise for out here. Let me think.
Unless this is like
Yeah,
a
I'll
Fallout
do that.
vault. You know how dope that would be?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
I mean,
that's
you're not
so
wrong,
cool.
but they wouldn't know who Capriel was.
They wouldn't know who Caffriel is, but like, that thought just crossed my mind. And
I don't know. She's
that's...
told a lot of people.
Fantasy
Hey.
Fallout Vault.
And then it's called an... And that's +2 AC, right?
Plus 2 AC.
Sweet. AC's 18. Hell yeah.
And at the last 10-minute, Grandpa will start casting
Yep.
Detect Magic.
Detect
as
Magic.
ritual.
Okay. Alright, so as you finish, sorry, I had to finish up one thing real quick, but I finally got it done. Okay, so as you guys finish your short rest and you finish your detect magic, you notice like the whole area is alight with magic. The school is evocation. That's what I thought.
Is it just the runes up top, or is it like the entire room?
The entire walls exude
Okay.
this magic.
Is it like so strong that it's blinding, or is it kind of like a weaker?
It's kind of like a weaker, like
Okay. Yep. Magic, as you might expect, coming from all the walls. Evocation and nature. But nothing, I don't think, usual at the moment. Runes are lit up, and I imagine directing us somewhere.
So do we want to just follow the runes then?
Well, there's only one path at the moment, so I don't know if we have much choice.
And given how crushed your ingots were, I don't think going back is an option right now either. At least not without more magic.
Can I roll Arcana really fast? Just as a character thing.
sure.
While she's rolling, does that handprint that we put the spell slots in, does that exist on the other side of the store too, or just on the side that we came from?
Roll me investigation.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Caffriel, suddenly she's like, evocation, that is the study of magic that creates powerful elemental effects, correct?
Olivius?
More often
Yes.
than not, yes.
In basics, yes.
Huh.
That would be Ray of Frost, Fireball, Lightning Bolt. So, yes.
Stormy
Sure.
summon
Wave
too,
as well.
I believe, Olivius.
Hmm?
The Stormy summon, I believe as well.
Yes.
It's not. I mean, I would. It's also just for things like lighting a place.
Which is
Oh,
technically
yes.
along the lines of fire.
It just deals with elemental forces of nature.
Correct.
By the way, you cannot seem to find that same handprint.
We may be trapped on this side.
Oh, of course
That is
we're not.
false. There is an opening.
we
I
can-
can deadlift that door open.
And
It crushed metal ingots, are you
of all,
sure?
even if none of you can open it, I know Cal and Cafe are quite strong. We can send Grumbles underneath to the handprint and have Olivius open it from that side. That was kind of the idea.
I like
This
this
is
next
true.
idea more.
That's real big brain hours, man.
Yeah, right?
Gotta put the old noggin to use sometimes. Clunk, clunk. Well, shall we? My spell is starting to run out. Alright, Grandpa will take point.
Yeah, who's most comfortable going in front and looking for traps or anything?
Then you can't free
Is it 2x2 or is it single file? Like how thin or wide are the hallways?
It's 2x2.
2x2. So I'll be with someone else, I guess. Caffriel, you and me.
Yeah.
I will take up the rear in case anything's behind us.
I will be in the middle.
All right. So as you guys go down, eventually, like you turn a corner, and you go down some stairs. You turn another corner, and as you go down those stairs, you see a mural on that wall. And on that wall, you see a beautiful woman with hair, with long hair that's dark as the night sky, with what looks like to be little white dots scattered all through her hair. She seems to be wearing a royal blue, a combination of a robe and dress, with stylized stars and different types of moons all around it. She seems to have her eyes closed, her hair sprayed out, and her arms outstretched.
Can I roll knowledge history?
You may certainly try.
Can I tackle it from the religion angle?
You may certainly try.
Oliphius, you want to help me out?
I don't have proficiency in religion.
I do.
I do, yeah. I can
Al, you want to help me out? Grandpa, you want to help me out?
guidance.
Grandpa
I guess I can try
Give you a
the
little flick
arcane
up.
Al,
aspect.
can you try to
forehead.
advantage? Sorry, I'll cut out for a minute. Is somebody helping me?
Yeah, Cal's helping you. I'm giving you guidance.
Thank you.
Oh, natural 20! Add that
the
D4! Hey, 32!
So close.
Capriel and Oliphius, you guys don't know. Mihi. Based off of your knowledge from that book that I told you about, you read,
Mhm.
you gathered that this is the goddess.
Okay, this is her. This is the goddess of magic. This is who this temple's dedicated to.
Well, that makes sense that she would be on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Her
lot of-
mental image, like, is this just a room and this is like a dead end and this is a mural? Or have we been like walking and this is a mural on the wall?
This is just a mural on the wall.
That's
Like
right.
as you go down, as you go do a U-turn to go down another pair of stairs, that's on the wall. And the three of you notice as you guys get closer to inspect and get a higher look at it, you notice that the white bits in her hair are subtly twinkling.
Her hair is the night sky.
Well, she, ancient goddess, if what you're saying is correct.
To my knowledge, but my book didn't have an abundance on this deity. It was just small pieces. We're dealing with something older than any of the gods and goddesses that are still actively worshipped in most normal parts of the world.
I wonder if then my patron would know anything about her. He is also quite old.
If you can
Also-
convince him to part with the information without any too high of a cost.
I look at Oliphius.
I don't know how we would. Isn't Cal's goddess putting up a barrier around us from?
From the creeping horde, death, yes. One of these days I'll not wake up at 20. Yeah, she's protecting us from the creeping horde and death, but she did say answers at the bottom, beneath this tower.
Maybe we try and contact your patron at another time where we're not in a temple. We don't know how long it'll take.
True.
DM, does the depiction of this goddess, does she look human?
She does. She appears human.
It seems this has been bothering me since we first entered. A lot of the iconography around the original chamber is all very reptilian. But here she looks like, well, more like Caphriel's people.
Wow, racist.
Can I roll an
We have a
you're
Arcana
name.
human.
Adam?
Caphriel's people.
To do.
Yes, mammalian.
Specifically?
To see if Cal knows about the spell plane.
Sure.
Ethan knows that, but he's not sure if Cal knows that. 17.
I mean, you're pretty sure there are spells that can take you from plane to plane. You may not know specifically the name, but
And
based off of what magic can do.
the Catasandra is like common knowledge, right?
Yes.
There are spells that allow people to bamf from one place to another, or from one
To
plane
what?
to another plane. Bamf.
To what
To
now?
what?
Bamf.
now?
Like
What does that word mean?
poof. Like
Who?
you know when I
Oh.
misty step like that.
Like teleportation.
But across
We have
planes.
we don't call it bamfing, we call it zooping.
Stand for. Oh, zooping! I know what zooping is.
Ah, yes, I had
Of course, you know what
read
zooping is, and you don't know it. Anyways,
Stop using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
zooping. Sure. Zooping. That allows people from zoop
Zooping
to
or bamfing? I'm also familiar with yeet.
All right. That's
that yeet you from one plane to another. It is
But also,
possible.
it goes hand in hand with Kobe, because if you do not Kobe, then you'll yeet yourself in the
Kobe-
wrong direction. Kobe is
I too
accuracy
am-
and yeet is distance.
I too am familiar with the colloquial yeet.
I'm
Anyways,
more
back
Maybe
to
no.
fuck.
Cal's point. Cal, your point.
My point is, maybe that, and now I have to. The train left the station because you derailed my thought. Give me a second.
what's a train?
My idea was that maybe magic uses. She gave people the ability to cross the planes, and they met each other, and this might be some sort of transracial goddess, for lack of a better term. Cross-planar goddess.
So you're suggesting that this goddess went from the mammalian world to the reptilian world and vice versa.
And some of her followers, maybe. I mean, I don't know if that's
This is
possible.
well above my pay grade. Let's keep going.
It was just a thought.
I mean, I'm not going. I have no evidence to discredit that, so it's entirely possible. Can I do a knowledge arcana real quick? I wanna know if Oliphius knows about gate.
Sure. Yeah, you've studied in an arcane library, and you know archmages, you know them by name. So yeah, you would know that there's plenty of spells, including the spell Gate.
Well, I'm more thinking could gate theoretically do what Cal is theorizing?
I mean, theoretically, obviously it would take a lot of study and experimentation to see if that's possible, but theoretically, it could work, maybe.
High-level magic that attributed to what a god could theoretically do? It's possible. It's certainly something that is within the realms of the arcane
Just an
and
idea.
the divine in this aspect.
Let's keep going.
So as you round the corner and you go down, it opens up to a large round chamber. on the other end of this chamber, you notice a gigantic metal door with the goddess etched into it, with swirls and stars and all these different things like surrounding her entirely. Her eyes are closed and her hands are put together as if making a bowl. On either side of this door, you notice 2 entryways on each side, so 4 in total. And they go down hallways. In the center, closer to the door, there appears to be some sort of circle of some sort. You'd have to get closer to really see. There are statues lining the, not side to side, they're not like, it's crowded, but there are a few statues along the walls, gigantic statues of people in robes, featureless on the face that you can tell. And there appear to be 2 fountains with like nice chairs, like on either side, kind of looking at the fountain. And actually, right next to this stairwell is a door.
So, like, at the north entrance is the goddess with the bowl. There's 2 doors on either side, or 2 other entryways. He came in one of the entryways, so 4 entryways in total, right?
No, there are 4 entryways, so 2 on either side of the door.
Yeah.
There's the entryway that you guys came in, so
okay.
Yeah. So there's 4 in total by the door. There's the one you guys came down from, and there's a little wooden door, like normal size, next to this entranceway.
Next to the entrance
The way
that
we
came in.
Yeah.
And where's the fountain and the statues?
The fountains are on your side of the room. If the room is in half, they're on your side of the room. Actually, I could just show you.
Okay,
Why not?
cool. As I'm trying to sketch out a quick map for my own mental image.
There we go. I was like, where the fuck is the gosh diddly darn thing?
Is there any writing around?
Ooh.
Let me get this size.
The didgeridoo.
Where did you get those crystals?
Sorry.
Because those look great.
I think they're a new FA thing. I think FA put out a couple more packs.
Ooh, I'll have to find that one.
Okay.
That is
I see.
a gorgeous room.
This is actually
Yeah,
exactly
this
what
is
I was picturing.
fantastic.
This is what I was picturing
Mhm.
too. So this is great, except for the middle
There
area.
are also murals all along the walls. Again, it's mostly like the ones that you found out where people are casting magic. Again, they seem to be featureless. Not like, they appear to be like people. You don't really you see eyes and a mouth, but there's nothing like distinguishing between all of them. They basically look all the same.
Okay, so they all look uniform.
Yeah.
Are these crystals in the middle? Are they just sitting upon pillars, or are they?
They are implanted into the floor.
Okay.
As you guys get closer, they appear to be dull. So these ones are aglow, but the ones in the room actually are dull.
So these are dull. Okay.
Mhm.
Grandpa's gonna kind of just step further into the room, kind of looking around with his detect magic.
Again, you basically sense evocation coming from all over the place.
Okay. Anything in particular from the statues or anything?
Not that you can tell.
I'm gonna go towards that center area.
Okay.
Casriel loves
place
the
is
glowy crystal.
Quite grand. Yeah, the crystals aren't glowing at this point, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not
Yeah, but they're still crystals.
glowing.
And my knowledge rich as fuck is just screaming.
The
Okay.
thing that most concerns me, everyone, is, oddly enough, the simple thing in this Hall of Grandeur. He points back towards the plain wooden door. That's very out of place.
We go through that door first.
I would agree to that.
We can look around a little bit.
Can I roll
Yes, of
knowledge
course, I just-
Arcana really fast?
For
So that I don't metagame?
what is the Arcana check to do. I don't understand
To
what you're
remember
looking.
how many schools of magic there are.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, if you're trained
Cool.
in Arcana, you would know that off the top of your
I
head.
Yeah.
mean,
you were trained on-
so
yeah.
Caffriel didn't pay attention in school, and then she recently had a dream where she like paid more attention in school. So like, I want
no,
to
I
roll this so
understand.
that I don't, yeah,
That's fair.
because I only recently became trained in Arcana.
I can
You know,
use that
there are
dream.
8
Sign me
schools of
up.
magic.
Yeah, Caffriel's like, so there's 8 crystals here, and there's 8 schools of magic.
Yes, if I'm remembering correctly. There should be evocation, abjuration, necromancy, conjuration, illusion, enchantment, divination, and
Transmutation.
transmutation.
A
Thank you.
pigeon names.
Is there any writing or symbols on any piece of the like glowing crystals or anywhere around the fountain area?
They seem to be in. Yeah, there seem to be a couple words kind of etched along the bottom. You're looking for it. They are in Celestial, and obviously, since you can read Celestial, you know what they say. And each crystal has a school of magic etched into the floor right next to it.
You're right, Caffriel. Each one of these has a school of magic written on it. Maybe if you cast that spell into the crystal, maybe something happens.
That dream was very useful.
Very good, Caffriel. Here, have a gold star. But I don't have gold stars, so take an iron ingot.
Take it.
My
Can
hand
you at least make it into the shape of a tiny star?
Tomorrow I can.
Actually, no. Shouldn't we be giving out daggers of soul stealing instead for that?
Whoa! That is way too expensive.
I still need a
So just give her a Scooby stack instead, because the metaphor just keeps perpetuating itself.
I feel like the Scooby snack is more of a Cal thing, but
So let's look at our cantrips. Let's see if cantrips will work. We don't want to drain our resources too much.
Good
I
idea.
have evocation. Most of my things are evocation.
Even some of your cantrips. I believe
I've
we
got-
don't have anything exactly.
I have evocation and
I've got-
evocation.
I've got transmutation.
I can do something once a day from my patron that is divination.
I have.
I've got transmutation, conjuration.
We're talking of cantrips, correct?
Well, of
Yes.
cantrips I don't have divination, but if I use my resource
have
from my
divination.
patron.
Cantrip,
Oh,
Caffriel.
okay.
I have enchantment spells.
Yeah, I've got transmutation, illusion, conjuration, and evocation.
Yeah, well, let's give it a shot. Where's the divination crystal?
The divination crystal is over here.
I place a hand on it and say, "Here goes something," and I cast guidance, which is divination crystal.
All right, so you cast guidance into it, and you watch as a little light comes from your hand, goes into the crystal, and basically kind of like peters out as it goes in.
Maybe
Well-
it's not powerful enough. Like
It's like we need stronger. This is going to be a pretty significant drain on our resources.
That is a very greedy crystal, then, if it requires.
Before we start spending resources, we might want to check the doors, especially that wooden one.
And the largest one as well, I think.
Well, I
You know,
imagine
the-
that's gonna lead to... I don't know. Would you call this a church?
Actually, looking around, does it kind of give off the vibe of a church?
Not really. It seems
Not really.
to give more like the feeling of like a wizard's tower.
Like,
Grandpa just vibe
Noah's
checked.
Tower.
Kind of, except a lot more grandiose and a little more religious.
I will go inspect the wooden door.
Yep, you go up to the wooden door, and it's a wooden door. It's made out of
What'd you say?
pine. It's
Oh, I
pretty
thought
nice.
you said there was writing on it.
Nope, just a wooden
Is
door.
it locked?
It is not. You go and grab the handle, and
Hey guys, the door's
It opens.
unlocked, and I open the door.
Oh
Alright,
Lord!
as you open the door and look inside, you see it seems to be a chamber of some sort, with 9 beds in it.
Sex dungeon?
No,
I think more just sleeping room.
Are there
Oh,
any,
There seem
any
to be
sleeping
little-
room can
little
be a
wooden
sex dungeon if you
chests,
try hard
like-
enough.
in front of each bed. But it appears to be, other than like the beds seem okay, the chests seem okay, but everything else seems to be torn apart. And you see spider webs littering the place.
I will start inspecting the chests one by one. And there's no way all of these are mimics.
Stab the chest first, please.
He says
Stab
he
the
says
chest
he touches
first.
9 mimics.
Alright, so you walk up to the chest, and do you stab it or do you just open it?
I just open it. I'm not stabbing.
Alright, so you walk up to the chest, and as you put your hand on the chest, you open it up just fine. There appears to be nothing inside. At the first one, second, every single chest does not seems to be fine. Nothing inside.
They're just waiting.
The beds are the mimics, guys.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
beds are the mimics.
Or maybe we're the mimics.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah,
you
like
are
I said, there's
here,
spider webs littering the place, like big spider webs. Like they're not little tiny cobwebs. They're like
Oh,
big.
I didn't catch
all
that
over.
they were big.
Yeah, I figured you did it when like you didn't make notice of that. I was like, maybe I should give a little more detail on
Is
that.
there like a hole in the wall?
There's a hole in the ceiling.
That works.
Would you like to tell the party? No? Okay. Capriel's just doing a
What is my
dance about
dark-
her.
What does my dark vision see up the hole in the ceiling?
It looks like it's a carved out hole
tiefling, I
that
have
goes
dark
up and around. Like it looks like it's a tunnel that goes somewhere.
Carved as in like people carved it out, or carved as in like a mole carved, like an animal carved it out?
It looks like an animal carved it out.
Okay. Guys,
Oh, what?
the one door's a bedroom. Giant spiders, giant spider webs, giant hole in the ceiling.
Huh.
That room
That's
sounds
very
pathetic.
concerning. Olympius calls out from the big door that he's still looking at.
The question is, do we think the hole in the ceiling is going to transverse the door? And is that the right word? Transverse? Get us around at the door.
Bypass?
Bypass.
Why do I remember all of these things all of a sudden?
Oh no.
When
Maybe
he
he's
starts
just been
bringing
sleeping
that up,
well.
Olympius is gonna. Yeah, Olympius will start heading that direction.
Hold on,
way
before you go, because obviously you'd be inspecting the door as Cal's looking through all the chests and everything like that. Roll me both. You don't need to roll me both. Just roll me a intelligence check at advantage.
That advantage.
I give him guidance. Since Grandpa lost interest of the crystals when cantrip didn't work and went over to Lithius.
Nah, because it's just a flat intelligence check. The metal is really nice. It's bright. Feels
Is there
good.
a coloration to the metal?
It's like a very light gray.
Okay. So no like blue or green tint to it.
It's hard to tell because the entire room kind of gives off a blue glow.
Okay, that's fair.
By the way, I'm not going to describe it every time, but every room from now on in this temple is going to have a light blue glow to it.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. I'm not going to say it every time, but
But if it changes, you'll let us know.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get anything more out of this place or out of this door. I don't have any fire magic, so I can't really burn those webs.
Oh.
But I'm gonna start, I guess, making my way over to
Making your way downtown.
Cal.
Walking
Walking
fast.
fast.
Sneaking
Um,
fast in your Cal bound.
Grandpa. Grandpa, did you go take a look at the door too, or were you just?
Yeah, I was there with Olivia, so I probably would have taken a moment.
Roll me also an intelligence check and advantage.
And intelligence. I have a little bit of that. Nope.
It's a nice door. It's a
Yeah,
nice
it's a
door.
nice door. I concur,
It's
Olivia.
very well
Yeah,
crafted.
it's
Quite a nice.
door.
Can I
I
tell
haven't
what
figured out
metal
what
it's
Mihi's
made out
doing.
of?
Could Mihi try it?
At the very least, do I know what metal? No? Dang.
You try it.
Dang didgeridoos are back too.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to talk without them.
Olivia's! I want to go away from the didgeridoo too!
The didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Alright, so what was this about? The whole Cal?
I point up at the what I'm going to assume is a spider burrow hole feeling.
The spiders are really into didgeridoo.
So you think that it'll
I've
circumnavigate
been
the
muted. I don't
door?
think it's me.
Maybe, I'm not sure. That's why
It
I
only
asked. I'm
happens
not
when you're
sure.
unmuted.
Was an
Yeah.
idea. Which way can I tell with my 60 feet of dark vision which way the tunnel goes?
It appears to go like parallel to the door. It doesn't seem to go towards it.
Okay. So no, I mean, I don't know what. Probably not.
going
It
to
seems to run in
circumnavigate.
parallel, and I don't. Obviously, I can't tell if it turns farther down or not. But maybe you can send grumbles.
I can try up to, what is it, 120 feet?
100.
100 feet. You can tell him what to do, and I'm still not sure. That's the Adam's ruling is beyond that because I've seen it done both ways. I just know that the command range is 100 feet.
I can give him an order to go down it.
He does not have dark vision. At least not to my knowledge.
He
But
is only a
when-
chameleon.
No, but when
Yeah,
you're
he's-
looking
it's-
through its eyes, it has your stats.
No, it doesn't. It has its stats.
Okay.
Grumbles is more of a daytime observer. Chameleons aren't very nocturnal.
Put a pin in the idea.
I could turn him into something that does have dark vision, but that'll take some time.
Let's
Oh,
just.
oh,
explore the rest.
idea. Mihi gets her spell slots back on a short rest, so she could cast a bunch of spells into the thing, and then we could short rest, which would take you the amount of time to resummon Grumbles as something, and then she would get her things back.
There's still... that is a definite idea. Do I have the resources to... Would I need to have purchased the candles and whatnot like that, or do you do the burn the gold and assume I had the components rule set?
I would say you had to have bought the components.
I do have a whole block of incense from my religion kit that my cleric's kit that I
It's
started
not
with.
worth the money that he
Oh,
would
it's not?
need.
How much do you need for?
25
Okay.
gold worth.
Oh, 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
25.
And that's not as okay.
No, unfortunately I don't have the incense to really shape him. It very rarely comes up. He's more of a friend
we
than...
quite like how he looks all the time.
So let's just go explore the other entryways and see what All information we gather before the decision.
I think
We
that's a
should-
fair bet.
At some point, reinforce this place because I feel like we're going to be here for a bit.
Spiders don't have opposable thumbs, they can't open the door.
No, but they
there
can
you
crawl
go.
out down openings.
Yeah, but the
Well, if we can
probably
Animal
door
sized
to fit
open.
through the door.
I'm sure we'll be just fine. If we ever have to take a snooze, we have your hut, as long as you stay in it.
That's true. So let's investigate the other 4 doors. Figure out where we go from there.
Sure,
Agreed.
I vote that we start with the leftmost door.
Sure, I can start investigating the inner left door while you're investigating the outer left door.
I was thinking we just
As
go
a
down the
group.
pathways all together. There are no doors.
I thought you meant like investigating, not going through it.
Oh, going through to see where they lead. There are no doors. There are simply hallways.
Oh, I
jutting-
thought there were doors there.
Entryways.
There are
just
archways.
entryways.
Oh, they're archways. Okay. All right. Sure, why not?
Yeah, Grandpa's gonna head over to this first entryway and step through.
I'm gonna look
Okay.
up the tunnel
Are-
and go like this up the tunnel. and
Who
notice-
am I going with?
We're all going.
we're all
First,
going
I wanna
together.
check on the archway to see if there's anything written on the archways.
Yeah, you go over, and it doesn't seem that anything is written on the archways.
Okay, so no celestial or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not going down
All right.
first. I'll probably
Oh, no.
die.
I'm going down.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys go through the hallway, it eventually kind of curves outwards. And eventually you make it so that to a door and a staircase right next to the door. Staircase going down. Above the door you find in Celestial, it says Abjuration.
Ooh.
It says abjuration.
So there's a path down, and then this door, which, Olivia, so remind us again, or Caffrey, you seem to know this quite a bit as well. What exactly Abjuration calls
Abjuration is like detection magic. How?
for? Well, that doesn't sound very dangerous.
Things like my shield or glyph of warding.
Like an alarm? How?
Alarm.
Um,
Though,
go ahead.
yes.
Go first.
I was going to say they're defensive in that, yes, they will alert, but they can also be defensive in that, well, in Glyph of Warding's sake, blow up.
Oh,
Yes,
I know
they're
that
good.
one, actually.
They're good if we cast them. They're not so great if we're the ones wandering into them.
But can't Grandpa's spell sense things like that?
Is it still up? That we spent more than
Yep,
10
your
minutes on?
detect magic is still up.
Nothing yet.
Why don't we?
You're not really, you're not sensing anything coming from the door.
Well, once we continue, you want to quickly just find
Might as
out
well
which
see-
entryway is which school and make our decision from there, or do we just want to?
I mean, it depends. Do we have any sort of preference to a school of magic? We don't even know exactly what it means here. I personally have no favoritism to the schools of magic myself.
Divination seems the least dangerous to us, personally.
I would agree with that sentiment. From what I've
We
heard,
should maybe also go with the one that costs the least valuable resource, like the weaker of the spells.
I can do a divination for free from my patron.
Well, it's
Who
just
wants
on
to
the
have their
door.
thoughts read?
Whoa, wait, we don't need to spend any magic yet. It's simply on the door that we are potentially opening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test the door. Is the abjuration door open?
It does not appear to be locked.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it open.
As you get closer, you do notice that it looks like the door has what looks like to be some sort of wax. Like, it's not sealing the door to the thing, but it is definitely there to prevent like different air or something going like from one room to the other.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Do you all see this waxy substance in every nook and cranny of this door?
Do we want to check to see if it's present in all the other doors?
Might as well.
Well, as finding out which door for school.
I suppose real quick we could each one take a entryway.
But
Not going too much further.
It was written in steel.
Oh yeah.
I can't read Celestial.
That's Mihi.
Yeah, we can all look for wax, and Mihi can just check out which doors
Yeah, Morgan only taught me this one.
Start.
I can actually read all writing. It's just fortunate that Celestial happens to be one that I actually speak already.
So we go about to each archway and
checking for wax and seeing what Mihi out which schools for which doors.
Okay, so you notice going through, like, going furthest left to furthest right. This one has abjuration. If you go down the stairs, there's a door that says enchantment on it. This one does not have wax on, does not have the wax, and you can sense, and Grandpa, you can sense enchantment aura coming through the door.
Like from the other side or the door itself?
Coming from inside, like as if it's seeping through the door. On the closest left, going in, the same thing. Basically, everyone's gonna have one above, and then there's a stairwell that goes down. The one above on the inner left one says conjuration, and the one down the stairs says necromancy. Again, they are there is each school of magic exuding from the other side of the door. The inner right one, they do not have wax.
No wax.
The inner right, just the abjuration so far. The inner right, I'm going to say upstairs and downstairs to make it easier. Upstairs, transmutation, again, School of Magic, no wax. Downstairs, illusion, School of Magic, no wax. Furthest right, upstairs, divination, no wax, School of Magic. Downstairs, evocation, no wax, exuding the School of Magic.
Would wax be a material component for a spell, an abjuration spell?
Or potentially it's the wax is there to prevent something from seeping out from within.
True.
but we didn't feel the School of Magic coming from that one.
It could be that each one of those rooms has like a trial of sorts that's themed off of the School of Magic. For those who don't know how to do the crystal piece, I mean, that's an option.
Or maybe if we complete the trial, then the crystal lights up. And then once we light up all 8 crystals, something happens.
I vote we go through the abjuration door last. Because it's the only one that's sealed. I think starting with what you all have said about the School of Divination, it sounds the least dangerous, and it's a good way to test that theory that if it maybe there's a way going through this door will light up the corresponding crystal without us having to cast a spell into the crystal.
I think it's worth
Well,
burning at least a first level spell into something.
Like I said, I can cast a spell for free from my patron. And besides, what am I going to have to detect thoughts in here for? And it is divination, so
Do you want to try that on the crystal?
yeah.
Okay. If,
All right.
if you're willing to spend that resource, then might as well.
I mean, unless one of you wants me to read your thoughts.
Well, I think it needs to be used on the crystal, so
I'm
much as
kidding.
that sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm sure all of you want to keep whatever in your head. To the crystal!
Okay. So you I just read the chat. So okay, so you go up to the divination crystal and you cast detect thoughts into it, and you watch as it grows a little brighter than when Grandpa put that spell in, that cantrip in, but it also peters out. Like it goes in and peters out almost as instantly, but not quite.
Is it similar to how we like didn't cast a high enough level spell into the door, like to get in here, or is it different? Like it seems like it's just not holding it all.
It's still glowed a little bit. But the door still glowed a little bit, but not quite bright enough. This one, it literally goes in and peters out.
Okay, trials it is.
Righty. Divination first.
My point of contention to that is if that's the one that's going to be the least threatening, then while we have all of our resources, might as well try something more challenging.
Problem is the most
Also
challenging
fair.
one locked. Well, but assuming that it's locked because it's most dangerous, but Grandpa also can't sense through it.
Well, it isn't locked per se. It just is
Sealed.
We could try a medium one to
I
see
was
what
thinking
we're in for.
evocation. If we're
Grandpa,
looking
you
for
can tell that
some-
the wax didn't seal the door to like the frame. It's just like basically something in between.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we're all working off guesses here. Could be completely wrong.
Could be completely
At least
true.
they're educated
Really,
guesses. What
think
the
about
hell
it,
is wrong with me?
If you think about it, really, any of these schools of magic could be extremely dangerous.
It's
So-
true.
I guess point being, I don't know. I vote necromancy because Grandpa did that thing
Yeet
with the
the
undead on
undead?
the boat. Yeah, yeet
Yeet
the
them?
undead. Or divination because the educated guess says that it's not correctly
Kill us.
AB.
Well, that seems
And
fair.
I'm also quite strong against it.
My vote is evocation, because if we are going to be going into trials, then at least we'll have all of our restoration at the moment.
True. Plus, I have this frigid scale mail.
That
That-
too.
I do
We
not
already
wish
have
to even step
defenses.
foot into the evocation room.
The other that I was thinking was transmutation or conjuration.
Mm.
I say we pick at random, and then find out what fate has in store for us.
Yes, the YOLO method.
Somebody that uses
We
a lot of
could
D8s.
spin. Oh, I have alcohol in here, and we could spin a bottle in the middle of that circle and see which one it lands on.
Oh,
But
yes, I actually quite like that.
Okay. Sure, I'm gonna ignore the logic that they're only on one half of the room, but yeah, let's do it.
No, it's inside
Yes, the YOLO
the Grace
method.
spins on the carpet in front of the crystal.
Yeah,
like
we
in the middle
could
of the
spin.
crystals.
We could spin amongst the crystals and then read whichever one is
Oh, I'm
That's
tracking
what she's
now.
saying.
Yeah.
I understand now. Following. Yeah,
I think that's perfect since we all have differing views on which door to go through. Caffriel, if you will.
spin the bottle.
Cool.
Alright. Roll me a D8.
All right.
This
Ooh,
reminds me about a game I read about when I was young.
Ooh.
Enchantment.
enchantment.
Enchantment. The room of enchantment. And then she goes up and like blows a kiss to the crystal.
that. Okay, so that was leftmost downstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's let Grandpa recast the ritual and then go.
Okay, yeah, so I'll detect magic ritual cast again for 10 minutes.
Can someone roll me a D8, please?
I'll do it. 8.
Okay.
Man, if only
Cool.
that was a
Good
smart
enough.
roll.
Ow.
You hate to see it, folks.
Hate to see it happen.
Man, I rolled super well. If only that was for a smite.
Well, because D8s is for smite. That's why I was 100% on board the idea of using it.
Remember, everything you do is a smite. This was just random smite.
What's everyone's passive insight, by the way?
Is that What's that? 8 plus? Or is it
Just
10
10
plus?
plus.
Proficiency
It's
plus
10
your-
plus whatever the modifier is.
It's 10 plus whatever your
That would be
Number is for
16 for me then.
That'd be an 11 for me.
13.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Passive insight.
perception.
12.
Oh,
Oh.
passive
no,
insight.
passive insight, not passive
Oh,
perception.
insight. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
Passive
sorry.
Insight. It's 8 plus
It's
proficiency
10.
plus.
It's
10.
10 plus whatever that thing
The
is.
skill is.
12.
Oh, then it's
Mine's a 14.
11.
So 16 is the highest for me, which is me.
What was Mihi's again?
Mine is a 14.
13 is me. He's
13. Okay. Grandpa, you get while you're like ritual casting detect magic, you every once in a while, you get this sense that you're being watched,
Oh boy.
but you don't know from where.
I hope I'm not just being a little bit paranoid, but I think we may, not quite be alone here. I can't exactly tell if I just have this funny feeling, you know.
Divine sense.
Give me
Fiend,
1
Celestial, Undead,
second.
60 feet.
Faith, Fiend, Celestial, Undead. You do not sense any of those.
Can I take a really good look around? Just like look really quick over the corner of my shoulder, see if anything's scuttling around or anything?
Sure, make a perception check. You don't know. You can't see anything. You see the room.
I think we should probably get going as soon as we can. I don't think we should be lingering here.
Okay.
I open
You open the enchantment door.
Ant-Man.
Okay.
Ooh, Matt.
Ooh.
As you walk in, you see what appears to be like a table full of what looks like to be experiments or something like that. You see pieces of stuff on there. You see what looks like to be some sort of armor. Hold on, where'd it go? You seem to see what looks like to be some sort of chainmail on top, wand, some sort of robe, and a small pouch. You also see like beakers and tubes going from one to another, and like all this other kind of stuff.
Just like what you did to my sword. It's
Were these various tools that I used in the process?
They look similar.
I mean, they're similar. Maybe these rooms were used for the practicing of said magic? Like the archives that I came from, and how that was more of a school than anything else.
Let's take maybe a closer look around. Maybe there's some writing or a puzzle or a clue or something.
sense anything, Grandpa?
So what's the enchantment? From what I can see with my detect magic, what is glowing with the enchantment magic?
It seems like the stuff on the table seems to be glowing with enchantment. Also, a blue crystal hanging above the table also seems to be exuding a massive enchantment, like aura from it.
Okay, we'll point those around.
Investigation.
Yeah, Oliphius is gonna go up to the table and start investigating.
Investigation.
Okay. All right. So, Caphrael and Oliphius, you go over, and Oliphius, as you reach over and touch something on the table, all of a sudden those 6 statues move and look at all of you guys. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Get it?
Okay.
Did we really roll the same initiative?
Same again.
Mihi is very surprised.
18.
This is just another. Maybe I should just really take a level up.
Doesn't that give you like a
Plus
Plus
five.
five.
And
Yeah.
plus 5, and I can't
Yeah.
be surprised by.
God, plus 5. I think if I don't take warcasting, I think I'm gonna take alertness. Having a plus 7 would be real nice.
I have a war mage that has a plus 13 initiative because war mage can add their intelligence to their initiative rolls.
Damn.
Man, maybe I might want to go multi-class into that.
Let's have everyone bring alert. None of us will ever be surprised. We've seen too much shit.
Jaded adventure group. Oh boy.
Good news is they think they have me surrounded. But little do they know that's right where
I'm not trapped in here with you.
Yeah.
You're trapped in here with me.
Just thinking that.
Oh, come on, baby. It feels like it's been so long since I've smited something, and now I'm just ready to.
Blue smite!
Blue smite is about to be fixed.
All right, so top of the order. Clockwork Soldier 2. You watch it. It looks over and goes and takes a step right over, and it goes to stab at Cafrael. Oh, sorry. Actually, it doesn't have to take a stand. I don't have to step. It can literally just look over and try to strike you with its halberd.
Reach!
In this tiny, tiny room. Cafrael can hit
11.
anything from where almost anything from where she is.
So I'm taking 11 does not hit you.
Nope. She goes
All right, so-
cling!
Yeah, as it goes to like slash at you with its halberd, you quickly pull up your slide and move it out of the way as you guys hear the scraping and clanging of both metal on metal as it goes over,
Stand behind me, Oliphius.
and you see its head.
Already am.
Next up, Clockwork Soldier 3.
Oh God.
Clockwork Soldier 3 also looks over at Cafrael and sees its opening after the first one misses. It goes a strike at her. Natural 1.
Woo!
Alright, disadvantage to see if it hits its buddy.
Hell yeah.
Nope, it does not.
Oh.
As it goes, it kind of like hits the floor right in front of his clockwork friend, like doesn't even move at all. Like.
Damn it.
Oliphius.
Yeah.
Okay. Oliphius, seeing that they have, you said halberds?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna move over, one space.
You're taking attack of opportunity from Soldier 4.
That's fair.
10. Nope.
No.
It goes a strike and you quickly get out of the way like.
He's gonna start investigating. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my action to investigate this. The big old crystal.
Okay.
Would that be knowledge arcana or
Yeah, that'd be that'd be
investigation?
Arcana.
That's an 11.
I mean, you know it. It's exuding enchantment. It's bright.
Do I see anything on it, like writing?
Nope.
Shit. Okay. Damn it. Oh, that's unfortunate. And I can't spend my reaction to give myself a boost. 'Cause I can only do that for you guys. In that case, he will take out the Staff of the Adder and... God, just be ready in case someone attacks.
Okay. Is that your turn?
There's a little more I can do, so yes.
All right. Soldier 4 goes, looks over at Cat Frail, goes to try to strike her.
Oh, sorry.
Can you add
Go
it
ahead.
to the initiative order?
Oh, yep. 19.
That just barely hits.
All right, that will be 11 points of slashing damage as you get as you knock one over the way and you kind of focus. All of a sudden, you strike right across down your shoulder to the chest area as it strikes down on you.
Shield is not activated yet. Damn it. I have to use a bonus action to do that, right?
Yes, bonus action on your turn to activate.
Yes. So right now you don't have access to your shield because you have to two-hand your scythe.
Right. Makes sense.
Right. That's its turn. Next up, Clockwork Assassin. Looks over at the squishy mage, takes out its rapier, and goes to strike right at Mihi.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so it has advantage on you.
Boy.
Bye, guys.
And if it hits, it counts as a crit. That's 14. Oh, it
14
just
ties.
hits.
Yeah,
Yep.
ties.
Yep, so it hits. So it is going to critical hit you, and it gets its sneak attack as well.
Oh my god, what?
I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
All right, so
I will remember.
I'm gonna spend two sorcery points to reduce that attack by 3.
all right, then it misses.
Oh, clutch lift
So
you.
Just
as
for
it goes to
funsies.
strike, all of a sudden Mihi kind of flinch, and you watch as a little magic goes on the rapier, and it looks as if a green hand is pushing out of the way as it misses. Comes back, kind of swirls, and goes for a second strike.
Shit.
All right, okay.
Well, at least it wasn't you're down, you're dead. So
So, first attack,
second.
23 to hit. Oh, well, not first attack, second
Solid
attack.
miss. Solid miss. I'm fine.
All right, so
By the way, am I
That
making
is-
right now?
Crit.
that is 17 points of piercing damage. Hold on, I'm going to sneak attack. Wait, what? Hold on. Why is it not? Fuck me then, I guess. I guess I'll just have to actually pick it up like a plebeian and throw the dice normally instead of dragging it from the character. 9 points of piercing damage. Oh, sorry, no, that's doubled. I'm sorry. That's 18.
Was the 17 double?
17 was not. So it's 17 plus 18. And then I also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Good.
Okie dokie.
Holy shit.
Fuck this guy.
10. You take 2d10 points of poison damage, which also gets doubled.
Oh my god.
Bye, guys.
What the shit? Hold on.
Wait, that was way more
Oh.
than 4 d10.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it rolled 2 10s. So that's 20 points of poison.
I'm down.
You're down?
So
That was-
you guys
Yep.
watch. So you guys watch as fucking
my
the first one
God.
misses, and then comes out and doom gets a
Yeah,
right
it's
through
a
the
really
gut.
good thing that Olivia stopped the first one. Because that
Pulls
would
it
have
out.
killed you. That would have 100% killed you right there.
Pulls out the rapier, and you guys watch as Mihi collapses on the ground, and looks over at Cal. Its head, you hear the gears inside.
She barely even screams. It's just like a.
Yeah, it came as such a surprise that you didn't even it was more like.
Yeah, I also natural one that initiative, so she just doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Cal, you get that thing. I'll get the other things.
All right, next up, soldier number 5.
Fuck.
They rolled really well.
Fuck.
Yep, they did. As it looks over at it's within range for Cat Farrell. Looks over at Cat Farrell. Was a strike at her as well.
Hit me, bitch.
7 does not hit. As it goes to slash at you from like you're recovering from the other one, you quickly pull up your scythe and block it out of the way and move it out. That's it. Kafrel, you're up.
Bonus action.
So you literally watched like he gets stabbed through.
Yeah.
And collapse on the ground.
Yeah. That's gonna be a big ol' yikes from me, dog. I'm gonna yell, Cal! Kill it! And then I'm going to bonus action activate my animated shield so that my AC is officially 18 and it swings around me. And then I'm going to attack normally so that I get my extra attack. Fuck. First attack, since I have reach, I'm gonna... I can technically hit both of these two that are close to me here, right? Because they both have one space between me and them.
Yeah, you should still hit most of those things on the board, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to attack first Clockwork Soldier 4.
Okay.
Boo. Actions.
Hey, natural 20!
Natural 20, nice.
Not my friend, you bitch! And with the improvements to my class, that means it's automatically afraid of me. Not I have to roll for it. It's just feared.
If only it was not immune to being frightened.
Yeah, it's a constant.
F's in chat. F's in chat.
F's in chat for Capriel.
And me.
Mostly Capriel. I gotta reroll that.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Oh, now it applies the crit. Oh, now it applies the crit.
20.
20 damage to the first one.
Alright, on Soldier 4 you said.
Yeah, Soldier 4. So she just...
You strike it and you literally hit and you watch as you chunk off a part of like the front plate and you can see inside like the gears turn like...
Yeah.
It looks over at you like unfazed. That's moving like a clockwork pattern. That was your first attack.
Yeah, second attack, Soldier 5. She's gonna be like, hey, over here! 21 to hit.
Soldier 5, that hits.
Sweet. For 10 damage.
Alright. So, you hit it and you guys see like a good like scratch down its front. Still it's still moving, like it doesn't look like it's afraid, it looks like it's basically there to do its job.
And that's the one that's right next to her.
Exterminate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then she's like, she just waves a scythe above her head like, over here! And that's her turn.
Yep. Cal, you're up.
For flavor, I jam the shield into the rapier, grabbing Evning's thing off my shoulder, shouting Tempestar, and bringing it out, activating the lightning and trying to slash the clockwork rogue, like from the shoulder down to his hip, cleaving him in half, trying to cleave him in half.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19, that hits.
I'm going to dump a second level smite into him. So I'll roll, takes 6 points of lightning damage, 10 points of radiant damage, and then 7 points of magical slashing damage.
Alright, so as you strike, you hit down, you watch as the lightning like courses through, and you watch as it starts moving a little quicker, and you hear like the clockwork moving quicker and quicker and quicker. This is just flavor, by the way.
Okay, cool.
It is immune to lightning.
Oh, damn.
So
I was worried it was like you hit it with lightning damage. It now has haste.
F's in chat.
Oh, that'd be fucking brutal as shit.
Right. F's in chat for Cal and Olympius too.
Trying to. Oh, that's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Would rather burn it now than on a lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, he did get the sweet smite release.
13 points of
did.
magical slashing, and I'll dump a first level smite into him.
Okay.
16 points.
That's
All right.
3 8s.
Nice.
Ghetto crit.
Alright, so you strike it again, and you kind of hit it, and you watch as like it chunks and like dense part of the clock, like the brass, like finish on it, like kind of bends it a little. And
Now in my turn. Ignore my rolls.
Oh.
I'm just trying to add.
That's fair.
But yeah, that was my turn.
That's one successful death saving throw for Mihi.
Yay!
All right, Grandpa, you're up.
I will move forward into the center and start hitting my staff against my shield to make some noise. And I will reach down and grab Mihi by the scruff of her clothing and then put a Cure Wounds at level 2 in her.
Okay.
So that'll be 13 points of health back to Mihi.
All right, so you're back to 40 then, like 40 wounds. All right, so yeah, so you grab and Mihi goes, and you like look as like Mihi, you hear like the clockwork like surrounding you as you look like you're on the ground, like you didn't even realize you had went down. You basically like, what's going? And now you're awake.
And I go up, okay, back on your feet. Protect yourself however you can.
Okay.
Do you have that ice thing next time? And that's my turn.
Alright, so that's the end of your turn. Next up, Clockwork Soldier 1, baby.
He got a 2.
Alright, so you guys see as the Clockwork Soldier looks over at Clockwork Soldier 4, it all of a sudden looks over at Grandpa, and all of a sudden you hear as all of a sudden like it begins going faster and faster, and it's gonna do its overdrive flurry. It's gonna be able to attack. It's gonna be able to do 4 halberd strikes. So doo-galoo-doo-doo-boo-boo. So first strike on Grandpa. 11
Does not hit.
So ting, it hits the shield. Comes back as if it's like it looks like it's literally a piston. Like second strike. 13 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Third strike.
Jesus.
12 does not hit.
Not hit.
It's
Oh
because
boy.
Grandpa's back is to him. It's all the shell.
Yep.
21.
Yes. That hits. Switching between shell, shield,
Yeah, like-
shell, shield.
It's like boom! It gets you right in the planche, like in the planchette. It gets you. So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. Just it gets you right there.
Got it.
And then you watch as all of a sudden the clockwork stops. It is now stunned for 1 round.
Really?
That's good.
Yep.
Interesting.
Huh.
All right. Next up, Clockwork Soldier 2. Same thing. Looks at Clockwork Soldier 4. Looks at Cafrael. Goes to overdrive flurry.
Damn. That's
Yikes.
crazy.
First strike. 10. Misses. Second strike. 12. Misses. Third strike. Natural 20.
Oh.
That is... Oh, you're lucky. I rolled low. That is 7 points of slashing damage as it crits you. Gets you. Pulls back for the third strike. Goes in.
Wasn't that the third strike?
The fourth strike, sorry.
Okay.
15.
Does not hit.
Gets you, and as it goes up, you quickly, the shield gets in the way. You watch as, like, the halberd scratches across this arcane shield, and you watch as sparks fly on it. It is now stunned.
Damn.
Clockwork Soldier 3.
Oh, man.
Clockwork Soldier 3 is going to go 5, 10, 15 over here. Rush up, look over at Oliphius, and go for a normal strike. Nine. Misses. He watches it clatter some beakers and stuff off of the table. Your glass shatter. It pulls it back and starts looking at Oliphius.
Boy.
It's Oliphius' turn. And he's not here.
The seagull has joined us somehow. I don't
Dump
know
the
how.
fucking fireball on us.
On the seagull?
Oh, the seagull.
Yes,
I'm
on
talking
the
about
seagull.
us, not the seagull.
Look at this seagull. It's adorable.
Where'd he go?
I don't know where he didn't say anything. Want to just come back to him to keep?
Yeah, sure. Sure. We'll go Clockwork 4. Clockwork Soldier 4. This one looks over at Cat Fariel, like kind of looks down, looks up, goes into overdrive flurry.
Yay! They like me.
Hold on. He's back. Cool. I didn't have to roll, so we can do that real quick. Then.
Sorry, my roommate's moving out today, so he needed my car
that's
moved.
That's fair. So, okay, because it's your turn, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Clockwork Soldier 3 ran up to you and missed.
Oh, good. Whew. So I look. This I think this is the first time this has ever actually come up. I have the feature Sage, which gives me the feature Researcher. Which is when I attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore. If I do not know that information, I know where I can get it from or whom.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 20.
Name me one thing you want to know about one of these things. Only one.
The purpose of the crystal.
Oh, the purpose of the crystal? Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it seems that this crystal holds a significant amount of enchantment, like type magic inside of it. It seems to be exuding it to the point where, like, maybe one could utilize that.
Interesting. I'm gonna grab the crystal.
Okay. So as an action, you grab the crystal, and all of a sudden you feel as the enchantment energy goes from the crystal into your body. You get suddenly, like, you feel this immense amount of power course through your fucking body.
Maybe a Constitution saving throw.
No, I should be okay.
I explode.
Right now, while you have this thing inside of you, all melee attacks deal additional 2d6 extra random type of damage.
Oh no!
This is it. This is how Ollie becomes like character development melee.
Wait, like damage to him deals more, or
No,
he deals
all
more?
damage he deals. All melee
Oh.
attack damage he deals does
Okay.
2d6 extra of a random type of damage.
Damn. He even has wild magic attacks. It's a chaos bolt.
So, you guys literally see as, like, arcane, like, sparks are literally coming off of his body. His eyes have gone, like, you don't see his pupils, his sclera, nothing. It's all like a light blue light that comes from his eyes. And even when he opens his mouth, you can see a little bit of light exuding out of it.
Avatar state. Yep,
I
yep.
was literally about to say something along those lines.
And that took
But that
my
was your action to do that.
I needed him most. He vanished.
My party and I discovered a new sorcerer.
Okay,
Beyond
then
team named Lithius. Even though he has a lot to
Make sure to write
humanity,
that. Make sure to write that down somewhere, because I promise you, I will never remember that you have that.
and it was plus 2d6, Random or 1d6?
Plus 2d6 random type of damage.
Okay. All right, I'll put that under, I guess, abilities right now.
But is that your turn?
Maybe if you touch somebody else, it will trade off.
I'm trying to. I don't think.
I
there's
love how
anything
he's
else I
even
can
more
really-
random now.
Right. I'm trying to think of anything that I could do with my bonus action, but I don't really have anything. So, fuck yeah, I guess that's what.
That's it, so that's your
Yeah.
turn.
That'll
All
be
right,
it.
it's Clockwork Forester. So that's gonna change, but it does now. So it's literally gonna it looks as if it was about to start going on a cat for all of a sudden, like that noise, and it looks over at you, and it goes step, and all of a sudden you watch as zoom overdrive flurry on Oliphius.
Okay.
So
Cool.
14.
I use my reaction to give myself shield.
Okay,
So,
so
no,
your
that
AC is
won't
18 now, right?
And yeah, it is. Nothing. Okay. No burst.
Roll me again.
What?
You don't burst. While you have this essence inside of you, all your wild magic rolls will be at disadvantage.
What?
Nani?
It really is even more chaosy.
Nani good.
So, first strike. So you put your hand, you literally don't even put your hand down. You literally just look and you watch as a spectral green hand slaps it out of the way as you look at him. Another strike goes off. 12. Fucking backhands this halberd. Comes again.
Oh, actually, I have flavor for shield. So each time this is happening, part of he's leaning into the attack. So he'll arch his shoulder into the attack, and there's a cacophony of sparks.
I know that's what normally happens.
Oh.
Third strike. Oh, I'm sorry. That would have been. So that's the fourth one. The third one missed. So you watch as the third one goes, and you watch as a little more of a clear image. It looks like some sort of faintly being is kind of blocks it out of the way as well. 18 just hits, and the fourth strike, and you.
Oh no! I already spent my reaction.
You already used your reaction, yeah. So the fourth strike, boom, goes, and you watch as it goes through this spectral creature and kind of strikes at Oliphius, dealing 7 points of slashing damage. It cuts you right on your chest.
Yay!
So
And then you
you
watch
have a
this.
ghost friend?
Apparently.
I am very jealous.
It is now stunned.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, Clockwork Assassin's turn.
Hit me.
You watch as it looks over Oliphius and goes and ducks and bobs and weaves in and
Oh
out.
no.
No, that's fine. You attack it. That's cool.
Can I use my
Doesn't care.
reaction?
I think they're attracted to the crystal.
Wait.
Can I use my
Attack.
reaction to grapple him? Hold him in place?
No, you can only do an
So I'll
attack.
just fucking swing at him then.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Nope, he's within your.
He's still within your range.
Damn it!
And
Nope. So as you go to strike, you're about to hit it. And all of a sudden, you watch as it jumps and jumps, lands on your sword, and jumps off and does like a flip, and lands right where it is. And it goes, boom, goes a strike right at Oliphius.
I don't like this attention.
Natural 20.
Fuck.
that
Well-
quadrupled?
No,
Okay.
no, because the the thing where it gets a crit and advantage is only like at the first round of combat,
Okay.
and only if someone had not taken a turn yet.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So yeah, so Mihi was like the fucking perfect thing to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so natural 20, so that is 11 points of piercing damage as it goes and strikes into you. And it also, because you are engaged with Clockwork Soldier 3, it gets a sneak attack.
I'm engaged with a lot of the Clockwork Soldiers at the moment.
Yep. That is 16 points of piercing damage from a sneak attack. It gets you right in the fucking, like, and almost flurries, and goes to strike again.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh right, I'm immune to poison.
Yep. Yeah, you're immune to poison, so that effect doesn't go off. 21 to hit. It hits.
Yup.
That is 8 points of piercing damage. Another one goes right into your body. So as it hits you, like, real quick.
It's awful. I went from no damage to almost all.
Don't worry, fam. I'm about
Welcome to Mihi's
step
life.
over there.
Next up, Clockwork Soldier 5.
In a minute, I'll step over there. In a
As
hot
it steps
minute.
up. Goes
Yeah,
over to
they're going for-
Lucas.
We're going
Yeah,
for the
I'm
crystal.
gonna put me.
Wait, hold
between-
on. Nope, never mind. This one's still good. This one's not stunned yet. It's just gonna do a normal attack. 10.
Oh wait.
As
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can
trying
get.
to-
I mean, you're sentinel. You can still get an attack, but it's still.
Yeah,
still
yeah.
attacking.
I'm gonna do
So
that.
as the halberd goes to strike down, you watch as the being becomes a little more clear, and it appears to be some sort of it's kind of green a little bit. You can't quite make it out. It's wearing robes and slaps it out of the way.
Sentinel attack.
Yeah, so you can use your reaction to attack it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Joop da whoop. Crit fail.
Roll me a disadvantage.
Yay.
Don't hit me.
Your AC's at 18
Very
right now.
close
So.
to death.
Oh, there we go. There's the disadvantage buff.
That doesn't hit you. That doesn't hit you.
No, it doesn't hit.
That just hits
Doesn't
me.
Oh, fuck!
Roll me an attack.
That's a hell of a thing to come back to.
Yeah, he's like, I got
No.
this doom like slash
least-
from
At
Caparel.
least the fire's not on my scythe right now, so you're
Yeah,
welcome.
at least the fire's not on, and at least your movement
No, but
doesn't
I'm
get
not And he's down again.
Fucking
Well-
sights. Doom!
It's
And I'm
not
down
on
again.
fire though. It's not on fire though, so you're
But
welcome.
I'm down.
Fine.
I'm down.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Great, so now I have to figure out how to give her a stab scar and a scythe scar. Wonderful.
Hey,
So I
hey.
see this sentinel like bapping the scythe away, and then the back of it just conks her out with bludgeoning damage.
Memes aside, this is the first time friendly fire has downed anybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
no, that's not true.
Says the queen of friendly
The Eldritch
fire.
Blast against, when Cal was against the Mimic.
That didn't put me down.
That knocked him out. It
Just
didn't? Oh,
karma,
good.
I guess. And we're even. Nobody gets to complain ever again.
That's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
I'll stop complaining about Eldritch Blast.
All right, next up, Cafarel.
All right, Capriel's just like, whoops, and then I'm gonna scoot on over
God damn it.
here. Is that in character?
Doing that. Nope. Never mind. Soldier 2 is stunned. So
Why did?
So,
Well,
so
was
you can-
Cal's thing in character? The goddammit.
No.
Oh. Except you're welcome.
so you take a step right in front of Oliphius.
And I'm like, alrighty, bonus action, Crimson Right.
Yep.
And then I'm going to swing bada Clockwork Assassin. just gonna scoot on past what I did to Mihi for the time being. Being mean to yourself isn't productive for anybody. 21?
21 on which one?
Clockwork Assassin.
That'll hit.
Sweet. Alright, so... That's gonna be 9 plus 1 fire damage.
So 10 total.
Yeah. And then I'm going to swing again at Clockwork Assassin.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
Nope, 13 misses. So you strike at it and kind of rip. And you got a nice tear into its brass, and you go to strike again, and you watch as it its head fucking pops off of itself and goes.
Sweet. Alright, that's my turn. And she just kind of stands at the ready to protect Oliphius. And she's like, what did you do?
Can I go... Because these two and 1 are stunned, right?
Yes.
Can I go 5, 10, 15, 20, and use the last 10 feet of my movement to get to this open space?
That's on a table, I think.
I know it's on a table.
Talking about the one next to Oliphius.
Yeah.
No, because I'm going to count as difficult terrain to get up onto the table.
You could move over underneath the crystal.
Keep in mind, Soldier 5 is also stunned.
You could throw your sword.
I don't give a fuck about care about that.
Doesn't that give you advantage on
I want to
hitting him?
kill the guy that can one-shot like everybody.
That's true. Could you jump it?
Probably gonna make me action. Oh, I can't do that. Bonus action, Misty Step from where I'm at to.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'll
solid.
take two attacks at the first attack.
Okay.
Doesn't hit.
12 does not hit.
Attack. 18.
18 will hit.
Nice.
So the first strike gets rebounded by the rapier, and you use that opportunity to come back and come down and strike it right across the chest.
Zombie first level.
Okay.
6 points of damage. Only 10 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay, so that'd be plus 16, so that'd be... Alright, so looking pretty hurt. That's kind of like...
My turn.
Alright, next up. He fails a death saving throw. Alright. Grandpa.
Can you remind me which ones I can see are stunned?
2, 1, and 5 are stunned.
2, 1, and 5?
Yes.
Okay. 2, 1, and 5. Okay, so the only one going before Oliphius is 3. Oh boy. Grandpa's gonna look at Mihi on the ground and just say, one moment, Mihi. I can hold on. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Beard Guardians, which should hit everything in the room.
Okay.
And obviously not affecting my allies.
Yep. So you watch as what is your Spirit Guardians again?
Their speed is halved, and when they enter the area for the first time or start their turn there, they must make a Wisdom saving throw on a failed save that take 3d8.
Mm-hmm. I meant what does it look like?
Oh yeah, sorry. So he taps his staff twice onto the ground, and several dwarves with flaming beards pull out battle axes to start kind of basically doing almost like a dervish dance, swinging around the area.
Okay. So that's is that your turn?
Yes, and I'm placing myself in front of Mihi near the ones that are.
Okay.
The one that is not stunned, at least.
Okay.
Trying to
So-
get its attention.
Clockwork Soldier 1 has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep. And it should be stunned, correct?
Yeah, it is. It is stunned until the end of its next turn. So at the end of this turn, it will not be stunned anymore. So 7, it fails.
Okay.
So how much does it take?
3d8 radiant damage. You roll that. We'll be taking 16 points of radiant damage.
All right. Doo-doo. So you watch as these dwarves rush up, and you watch as one comes from underneath and boom, slashes its calves, and another one jumps up, does a flip, and then kind of lands down on top of it. You basically watch as it kind of moves, and then gets moved, and it starts keeps dancing about all around everywhere. End of its turn. Is now moving again.
Okay.
All right. Clockwork Soldier number 2 makes a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
12. I'm pretty sure that fails.
Yep.
All right. Roll me 3d8.
Okay. Oh, nice. 12.
12.
Oh, that's 1. I
Okay.
thought it was 7.
So the other one, as it moves from that one, comes over and boom, boom, and kind of knocks into it. End of its turn. So that's the end of his turn. Clockwork Soldier 3 is going to take a stab at Oliphius.
But I'll have to do a wisdom save first.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. 6. It fails.
Okay. All right, this is working out. 14 points of radiant damage.
All right. So as they boom, boom, they rush over and kind of Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, boom, boom, right into it.
I love them.
One fucking goes on the ground, the other one homing attacks it, basically.
God, this is just reminding me of that Super Mario Bros. Final Fantasy game. All the comp team attacks that they had.
But it still gets to go. It's not dead. So,
Yep.
Normal halberd attack on Oliphius. 15.
He's still
It has
shield
not
up.
hit your turn yet. Yeah, you still
Yeah.
shield up. So as it goes, all of a sudden you watch as this muted form becomes a little more brighter. And you guys can see outlines of a U1T runs up, jumps up, and boom, fucking knocks it out of the way. It's kind of darting everywhere.
What?
Oliphius, you're up.
Okay.
What was the D6 for?
Oh, because now with Blood Hunter, when I lose health, when I activate my right, it's equal to 1 roll of my Hemocraft die instead of just the flat thingy. So I actually have to roll for the damage I take. Also, it lasts until I finish a short or a long rest. So it's not, or when I let go of my weapon at the end of a turn, if that happens. So that's cool. It carries in between fight now.
I am going to drink a health potion.
All right.
So
Yay!
6 points of damage. Man, we bought some weak ass health potions.
Yeah, that was a little watered down.
That's what you get from a communist nation. Let's see. Do I want to dump a third
By the
level
way,
spell?
the form is gone.
Okay.
That thing that's was darting and blocking things, it's gone now. It's
Yeah, 'cause it was manifesting in your shield spell.
Yeah. Okay. I could probably kill this this assassin. But it'd take me using lightning bolt and
Lightning.
I'm into that, yeah.
I
you
have
can
some
change
meta
the
magic
damage
that can
type.
change that.
Yeah, that's right.
I want that thing dead, but there's also the thing right next to me.
One
I'm
next
in
to
between
stunned.
you and all the things. So
I know.
Well,
But they have reach.
Yeah, the thing that has reach I can't protect you from, but everything else I am there.
They all have reach except for the assassin.
Well, the thing across the table.
You have the Staff of the Adder and an extra 2d damage.
That's true. Or I could go full defensive and cast Mirror Image.
Up to you.
Oh, it'd be
I
interesting
don't
to
think
see
Mirror
what
Image will
happens.
last.
Defense.
The fact that my base really doesn't help me. I'm gonna use my ability giving me advantage, and I'm gonna Chaos Bolt this assassin.
Okay. So it's a straight roll then.
Oh,
So-
actually, no,
So you
no,
want
no,
a
no,
magic
no,
roll
no,
that
no,
doesn't
I'm not gonna
have?
do that. I am going to, I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp, because that's a melee attack.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to give me the random D13 nonsense of
Okay.
the shifting damage.
Type.
And I'm going to be...
And before it goes back to lightning.
I know. Well, that's why I gave. That's
the
why I spent 2
2d6
because I
add
can
to-
modify.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, the 2d6 does because it's a melee attack.
And
You're
I'm still
just-
gonna give myself advantage on this because I still don't trust myself.
So, but you already have advantage because it's made out of metal.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh my god, big brain.
What?
Shocking Grasp has attacks against metal.
It's a part of Shocking Grasp that like never comes up.
Yeah.
Where you get a
Oh.
metallic things. It never comes up.
Oh.
And even though
The
he's changing the
fucking
damage,
look on your
Changing
face
the
was
portals.
priceless. Yeah, that hits the assassin.
it's even more funny because he's changing the damage
Roll.
type.
Okay, so first roll the meta magic.
Okay. Dice. Let me get a dice roller up.
That is amazing.
Okay. So that's a 10. But I can modify that by 1 or the other. I'm gonna modify that because it would have been psychic, but I don't trust that these things are immune to that. Or that aren't immune to that, so I'm gonna switch it to slashing.
Slashing grasp.
Slashing
Yeah.
grasp. Oh,
His hands turn into
Lay
knives.
them
Okay, so hold on.
hands
So
it.
there's that. Roll me a d6.
okay. 2. So that is 9 points.
So that extra 2d6 is gonna be cold.
Okay, so that's 19. 9 of it being slashing, 10 of it being cold.
Damn, Olivius.
So you watch as like your hand goes and like it morphs, like basically you're slashing karate chopping it down, and you watch as your hand gets enveloped in ice and kind of
so fucking
slash it.
cool.
You would think of it when it hits, the ice would shatter, but it helps cut through the brass.
Oh,
That's some Naruto shit.
so cool.
Cat feels slightly aroused by this.
So it's still up, but barely. It's barely up.
Don't worry, if it gets to its turn, if it fails the save, it'll die. My Spirit Guardians, which is what I'm hoping for.
God damn.
Unless you roll super low.
Ice knife.
Fish beyond fish.
Mhm.
All right, Clockwork. So that's your turn.
That's all I can do. And
That's
I
a good
can't
turn.
roll for that.
Clockwork 4 makes a Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please.
Doodah,
14.
doodah.
15?
14.
That just saves. That's my DC.
Okay, so it takes half.
So... Yeah, so it'll take... Ooh, okay, still a good roll, 9 damage.
Okay. All right, so like it's like rushes over, like they both jump off the table, and one kind of comes down and boom, like lands on top. It kind of goes like do with it. The other one lands right in front. It kind of like jabs it, like as if it's like kind of like punching, but with like the ends of the little hand axes, like and they jump off.
I love it.
So that 4 is not stunned, so it is going to go for Oliphius.
Have your reaction back.
14.
I know I do.
Oh, right, me?
No,
Olivia.
it's against me.
No, Olivia
Guess
says-
what I'm doing again?
Wait, which one is
Shield.
going for him?
4. The one diagonal right of you.
So that means I could attack it.
Good. You have your reaction back.
How
Hmm.
did she?
Yes, she does.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Yeah, because the only thing that would have gone after her is Clockwork Soldier 1. Which,
Who's done?
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
Wasn't sure.
I think. Oh. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna go after him, right? There's.
I mean, some
oh,
are
wait.
stunned, but
Is Clockwork Assassin stunned?
no.
no.
Then I'm
He's-
gonna wait and see what Clockwork Assassin does.
Okay.
You might have to soak this one, bud.
Shield.
No, I'm shielding, so I'll be able to block it.
So-
Okay.
So you look
What?
over, and all of a sudden that muted form comes back and kind of like falls from the sky and kind of like lands on it, and the halberd goes down and it
That's so
jumps off.
cool.
This guardian snake.
Who is this?
It is. It looks like to be. It has 2 legs, so it's not an abomination, and it's definitely not like a form 2 Malison.
Yeah, True Blood, Allison.
Wild magic.
So
Wild magic.
let's see. Wild magic, and it's.
Nope.
Don't think I'm there yet. Yeah.
No.
Puts you up
I
3.
think you're on 3 now.
You are on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a 3.
So that would have been 3. Was what
Yeah.
you're saying? So
Yeah.
now you're on 4.
4.
Okay. That's all. That's all it can do. All right. Clockwork Assassin's turn.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's true.
Die, you motherfucker!
9. It fails.
Full damage.
Fun.
14 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh! As it's
Oh.
basically starting to walk forward and thrusts out its arm for the rapier, the 2 dwarves, like basically spinning with their hand axes, start basically run into the arm, chopping it like in sections, like chopping sushi up from its arm. And then when they get to its head, they both do a spin and just cleave its head off, and then land back on the ground.
All right. So its head comes off, and all of a sudden you hear Clockwork as it starts shaking violently, and you watch as like steam starts popping out of its body. Boom! Fucking everyone within 15 feet of it.
15 feet?
Yep. Sorry, within 5 feet. My bad.
Oh,
Everyone
5
within
feet.
5 feet of it
Oh.
must make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that include its own Clockwork Soldiers?
It does indeed.
Okay, 5 is stunned, so it automatically
Ooh,
fails.
whoa. Thank God I'm trained to dex saves now.
I'm guessing this doesn't count as a magical effect.
It does not.
I didn't think so.
Thank
That's a
goodness
9.
it's 5 and not 15.
Yeah.
That may have
Yeah, I
killed me
know.
if that was.
Well, no, you would have
Okay.
failed 1 death save.
All right, so Calzarel
Calorel.
saves. Oliphius fails. Okay, so Soldier 4 makes a dex save. Gets 18.
That actually would have been a
succeeds.
10 with my ring of protection.
You still fail.
Oh, damn it.
And then Clockwork 5 automatically fails. So the only ones who succeed are Cal, Caffriel, and Soldier 4. So everyone within 5 feet of it takes 3d6 fire damage, and half as much if it's successful. So
And then Cal takes half of the half because he has resistance, right?
Yeah.
that is 8. So Cal will take 2. Caffriel, you take 4.
Okay.
Okay, takes 8.
It did not roll super high. So Clockwork 4 takes 4 points. And then Clockwork 5 automatically fails because it is stunned. So yeah, so you watch a shrapnel explodes as like super heated metal from the steam inside of its body like collides into everybody's body. It's like, and it is no longer there.
Nice.
It is
Good.
Cool.
diggity dead.
Cool story.
All right, next up, Soldier 5, stunned at the end of his turn.
Well, let's do the wisdom save as well.
Oh yeah,
still.
the wisdom save too. Yeah. 8 fails.
That's 15 damage.
All right. All right. So after like doing that cool fucking maneuver and the fire, like the heated metal going in, you watch as it melts into the body and zoops up. So now like the hand axes like have a little bit of metal like spikes coming like jutting out, and they rush up and they kind of slash and cut into the brass. And then and looks over at Oliphius, but I can't do anything. Caffarel.
All right. So this Clockwork 5 was he couldn't do anything?
He couldn't, but he can now. He's no longer stunned.
Okay. Cool beans. Cafriel, now that she is ramped up to full power, is going to like with her shield activated, with her Crimson Ride activated, is going to do one of her cantrips. And she's going to do green flame blade on the one in front of her, because that's real fun, because that means that it'll leap to the one next to it and do damage too.
Hell yeah, green flame blade.
Sick.
Okay,
Let me
so
double
roll an
check.
attack. Because then your thing goes off and you can attack as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm double checking the second creature takes fire damage equal to your spell casting modifier. And then the second creature takes 1d8 plus your spell casting modifier, and it's 2d8, right?
Yeah, it is now because you're level 7 or 5 is when that happens.
Oh, okay, then I need
Cantrips
to
get
change
better.
Yeah, I need to change that then. She attack.
11 just misses.
Fuck.
Dang. Does it still jump, or is it only on a hit?
Nope, it only when
I
it
think
hits.
it's only on a hit.
Okay.
Yep.
Dang.
Bonus action, regular attack, the one in front of her.
Okay.
12.
12 hits.
Alright. Zoop. Plus zoop. So 9 slashing, 4 fire damage.
Okay, so you hit it and you cleave it in half.
Nice.
Cool beans.
Oh, that one didn't explode. Okay.
And then, yep, okay.
Good to know.
So, they turn? That's your turn, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Cal, you're up.
5, 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna use my action to cast Bulwark, which is a channel divinity where I make an attack. Feet.
Ooh,
Attack hits. 21.
nice.
That hits.
Or is it immune to lightning damage?
It is not.
17
Oh,
points
really?
of magical slashing damage. And he
It's dead.
is good for 5 points of damage. So as I run over and I cleave its
So,
it off at the waist, the lightning from the blade arcs off of blade and into Mihi, jolting her up with
Clear.
5 points of
Clear.
5 points of healing, and 15, 20 feet of movement. That ends my turn.
You have your second attack still.
I think. Well, my action was to cast Bulwark, and I just make an attack as part of Bulwark.
Oh, okay.
From my understanding of the ability, I can read it to you.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's okay. I believe you.
Yeah, just strike an enemy without mercy. Just
Yeah, that's fine. I believe you.
All
right, so
my turn.
All right, Mihi. So like you're back up again.
Do I actually get to make an action?
Yeah.
Do I? Oh my god! Oh, I don't know what to do. So
you get
I'll
up and
spend
you see the assassin that stabbed you. Like it's gone. You don't even see it anymore. And then you see 2 of the Clockwork Soldiers. Literally.
I don't know about any assassin that stabbed me. I just know that I fell on the ground.
That's fair.
I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cower.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, turn. She has no idea what the assassin was. She just remembered dropping on the ground and in pain.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
turn.
Okay, Grandpa, you're up.
All right. Grandpa is going to. Let's see. Five, and I'll get up on the table, so 10, 15, 20, 25 to get in front of this one.
Oh, moving on the table isn't difficult terrain. It's just getting up there.
Oh, okay. Well, still spending my movement. So, okay, so then that'd be 5, 10, 15, and 20. Yeah. And then I will attack this with my spear. So that'll be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And then I'd like to use my bonus action, do a shove with my Shield Master feat.
Okay.
So I can, just as bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet with your shield.
Okay. So he's got to do a strength or dexterity against your athletics, right?
I think so. I'm assuming that's how it would work, at least for a shove.
Okay. Both the same score, doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, nat 1.
So you boom, you hit it with your shield, and you hear the cling as like the vibration goes. Well,
that didn't quite work. And then I will move back down 5 more.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Clockwork Soldier 2 and 3 are still within range of Spirit Guardians. 1 is not.
The Clockwork 1 is not. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I thought I had
that's
enough movement. Yeah, I thought I had enough movement, but I don't to get back there.
Hey, guess what? It's Clockwork Soldier 1's turn. He doesn't have
Yeah,
movement with his saving throw as he goes to strike at Cal. Oh shit, I forgot. I have not been doing crap baskets. So I'm gonna do and then nope, so it doesn't get back yet. Okay, cool. It's gonna strike at Cal. 13, not hit. Yep. Get you block it with your shield. That's it. That's all I can do. Clockwork Soldier 2. Nope. And then it makes a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Natural 1. Epically fails.
Nice.
19
points of radiant damage. Woo!
Alright, so you guys were like, where the fuck did it go? And all of a sudden you watch as they spectrally come up from the fucking ground and fucking like Naruto fucking hidden like rock punch like twice, like right, and like one after the other, like boom boom, this ding, ding. It is going to. Yeah, it is going to move. 5.
It takes half movement while it's moving.
I know. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. So Cal gets attack opportunity on
I'll
it.
take my attack of opportunity. Come on, baby.
Natural 20. I'm fairly certain this unless you roll literally the crappiest
Why do you
roll
look
of all
stabbed?
time.
This is great.
No, because
Do
it's
it.
always on like the weakest things. It's never
No.
like.
Well,
I mean,
Pretend
you still have your lightning
kill him.
thing.
I
yeah,
know.
this is the first time you've gotten a crit with your lightning. Oh my god.
31.
It's dead.
As it
It's fucking diggity dead.
as it leaves, I flip the sword over and grab it backhand. It just right into the back of its where its shoulder blades would be, and the lightning damage pulses and explodes its chest.
Parts. Yeah, it is riggedy wrecked, son.
I just
Damn.
want something at full HP so I can.
You okay, buddy?
Alright, so
I killed it, but I didn't kill it enough.
He's just feeling a little pent up, is all.
alright, so with that, Clockwork 3, you're up. As it
Wisdom
goes,
save.
and
Please.
yep, wisdom save. 3!
16 points of damage.
Still up. So
They
As, like,
hack at its
they-
ankles.
they fuck yeah, so it's fucking
It'll
Naruto
be like a
run.
slide.
Yes, slide. One slides, and the other one kind of like X through it. Shit it. It's still up though. It is going to look at Oliphius, and you watch as it's going to go for an overdrive flurry on Oliphius.
Oh no!
Another
His
one.
AC is still 18,
It is,
so
but still.
we'll see. So
Fuck.
first strike
So I
12.
tried to shove him.
misses. Second strike 8 misses. Third strike 8 misses. Fourth strike
Yes.
7 misses. So literally,
Yes!
as like it's like 4, you watch as like with like the spectral form slides out of the way, and with each hit, it becomes more like you can see more details. So it's definitely you want to see. It's probably pure blood. The robes are purple. The second one, it has a gem on his forehead, and as it fucking grabs the last one and stops it right before it hits the actual Oliphius. It looks like another Oliphius. Still kind of
Oh.
spectral, but it looks like Oliphius.
Huh.
Shrugs and shoves it off. It actually looks maybe like a little buff, like a little buffer Oliphius, basically.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And you watch his clockwork stunned. Oliphius, you watch as the other you dissipates.
He's going to follow up and grab this soldier and do another. I'm gonna use another light or shocking grasp because I'm gonna milk this advantage that I get from it as much as I can.
All right, yeah, roll for damage.
All right,
Not
first.
roll for damage, roll to hit.
Oh yeah.
So 5. So that would make it. Oh, I'm sad.
That
It
would
makes
be a
it
25.
poison. So 25 to hit. All right. So the random damage is poison.
Okay. So. hit.
Aw.
Oh.
Hate to see it happen. But you get your 2d6s. Hey! Wow. 1 and 1 to 6 and 6.
That's funny.
I don't think poison's gonna
before
work
to use
on it
poison.
though.
So you watch as the lightning arcing on his body, like literally like where normally with his fingers, like you could see it, but it fucking like is lightning like coursing off and already like before he even touches it, going into the soldier, and you watch as the poison seeps out and like goes onto the brass, and you watch as the poison just kind of slides off, sadly.
Hate to see it happen.
It's still up.
Oh, really? Wow.
Don't say.
Yep.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna drink another potion.
Okay.
Shocking grasp is a cantrip.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So 7 points of damage.
Yay! All right. Hey, turn.
Yup.
Catfrell, you're up.
Alrighty. Cafriel is gonna move 5, 10, and she going to green flame blade the one in front of her.
Yep.
Nice.
That hits.
Hey. All right. I'm trying to make a new macro so that like it's the scythe with the right already in there. Having some issues. All right. So here's scythe
Nice.
damage plus this.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
And
ghettoest of crits.
it is 2d8 fire damage.
Can we get a 2 8s, please?
That would
Oh,
be
pretty close.
There's one 8. It's dead.
a
It's fucking
That's
dead.
really dead. That's a lot of damage.
You
Jesus.
spin it and cut it, and like for a second you're like, wait, it didn't, and it's
34 points of damage.
It's fucking
all
DD
right. Do I can still bonus action attack something else, right?
Yep.
So I moved 5, 10, and then here's 15, 20.
Yeah, you can literally be right there and still hit it.
I'm gonna go 25 in case Sentinel comes up.
Sure.
And then I will bonus action shoot da
Nice.
whoop.
It hits.
Hell yeah. All right.
Oh.
That's less cool, but still.
Mhm.
It's okay. So that is. Okay. So you hit it and it's like kind of fire a little bit. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Cal, you're up.
So I backhanded stabbed, and I come over, slicing at it with the first attack. Ah!
Natural one.
Roll a disadvantage.
Oh no, I'm right there.
Oh, ah.
That's how much damage we'll be doing. Oh!
Well, roll another one because it's a disadvantage.
Yep, another natural.
Okay, there you
15.
go.
Nope,
Second attack.
misses. So the other one, like Caffarel, you quickly like you hear like a thing coming at you, and you're like, no, and you quickly like move out of the way, and, like right in front of your fucking face.
Bring this attack around, backhanded still for 25.
Yep, that hits.
19 points of damage.
How you want to do this?
Hey.
First arm off with a backhand swing around, second arm off, third strike takes off its head.
So yeah,
It's like,
it's like. By the way, that was literally the perfect amount of damage to kill it.
hell yeah.
Wow.
Cafriel just looks at Cal. She's like, "Careful, that thing can put your eye out."
I think it's lost its head.
Says the girl who knocked out one of her party members with her own scythe earlier in the combat.
It's
We got a
very
break?
unproductive to be mean to yourself. Just
Yes. So we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in like 10-ish minutes. So don't go away. Yeah.
I'm so hurt.
All right. So, all of the clockwork beings lie at your feet. There are items now scattered all over the table. Things have fallen off, with people jumping on and off the table.
Oop, oh, sorry. Oh. Careful, I'll step off the table.
Was
Just gonna-
there a
yep.
spectral Oliphius during that fight?
Definitely saw that.
Yeah, certainly looked like it. I hurt, by the way.
He's
Yes.
in the corner, covered in ice, sobbing.
Me, gonna want to come over here too.
I'll go over to her.
Oh, okay.
I have so many stab wounds.
I try. I'm sorry.
I'll walk over to Miki and 20 of my 35 points of lay on hands. Kind of.
Aw.
Aw, that's so cute.
Walk over and awkwardly pat Miki.
Sorry. I had a sudden lunch delivery. Yeah, she's in pain and she's crying and she's just confused.
And she's
I'll do
getting
a
20 points healing.
I'll do a level 2 cure wounds on Oliphius if Cal is healing me. 12 points of healing to you, Oliphius.
That is fine for now.
I hurt.
Come on over, Capriel. There's spells for all. And I'll cast 2 first level cure wounds on Capriel first. So heal for 18, Capriel.
Okay.
If this is what we can expect from each room, we're gonna have to rest a lot between.
Oliphius. Go ahead.
Question to the GM.
But yes, what's the question?
Is the blue going away? Or is
Nope.
that...
Hey, Oliphius, your eyes and mouth are kinda glowy.
I think... Yeah, I grabbed the crystal, and now this.
Are you feeling okay? Does it have any adverse effects to you? Do you feel alright? That looks not healthy.
I don't know, GM. Do I feel anything else aside from... I don't know, the pain of the stab wounds?
No. In fact, like you basically feel like as if pure magic is running through your body.
I feel a lot of energy. Have you ever had it where you get hit by a lightning spell or something, or maybe a
Being
lightning
struck by
bolt?
lightning,
And
yes.
you can,
I
Yeah,
have felt
you've done that to
I know
me.
Exactly what that feels.
Yeah,
And
you've
you
done
can
that to me.
feel your veins.
And you can feel
I
your
can
heart racing.
feel
and...
my vein.
Yeah, you've done that to me. You
I'm
literally
sorry.
struck me with light. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter at all.
So
I think it's enough energy
was
to
that
power
the
the crystal.
trial?
Well, you guys were trying to
Grandpa,
power the
can you-
crystals by putting spells into it. Work and Oliphia's how feel. Our imagination question mark? Maybe that's power the
Oh, yes, possibly.
Good shot.
Although, while we're here and no more creepy clockwork thingies, we should take a look around.
Okay. You can roll either investigation or perception.
I can roll investigation.
Please be careful about what you touch, please.
I'll roll an investigation.
I roll investigation. I see.
I see some.
All right. So going over to the table. Well, now the things on have fallen off the table entirely. So you've also on the table. So the stuff that was on the table, besides the beakers and all that stuff, that most of the glass has been shattered on the ground now. You find some sort of chainmail, a wand, and a robe, and a small pouch. Cafrael, looking around, you notice something. It looks like it was underneath the crystal. The crystal with the lighting everywhere, it kind of gets confusing, and if you just happen to see it at just the right angle and you notice that it looks like there's little cracks surrounding one of the stones underneath the crystal.
Does it look like it was having trouble keeping it there, or does it look like I can push on it or something? I'll push on it.
Alright, so you push on it, and then it goes in, and then as it comes out, like you watch as part of the wall pops out as if it was a drawer.
Ooh.
And inside, you guys find a potion, and you also see this inside.
What the fuck?
Grandpa, can you still see magic?
Unfortunately, I had to drop that for the spirit guardians, but I will,
Cafriel touches it.
How big is that?
It's like maybe hand size. You touch it.
It's hand
nothing
size?
happens. Yeah, it's my hand size.
I'm gonna
What
take
would you
it.
call that? Like a
It's like a medallion.
medallion? Okay.
I take.
Looks like I've got a little bit of identifying to do, wouldn't you say?
Do we want to get the... Well, we want the wand, but do we want the chainmail and...
Oh, yes.
What was the other thing?
Robe.
It was a chainmail, so a piece of some sort of chainmail, a wand, a robe, and a small pouch. You guys haven't opened it yet.
Might as well take it all.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should stay in here. Grandpa identified. Felt like out the room.
I definitely got that feeling for sure.
Stay in here.
Mm.
Grandpa identifies these.
I wouldn't mind taking a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what we're
Yeah.
doing?
There
Yeah, so
should be
I'll start.
something in here that helps us solve the puzzle of outside Ritha, right? Are we thinking that's the
I think that's
Gem
the fact
thing.
that Olympius looks like the Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
The Avatar.
It's a
I
fiction
recall-
story.
Yeah.
Kefrel, by the way, you also notice that the crystal can be taken out.
Olympius didn't
Oh,
take the
did
crystal.
he?
Oh, that's a
He didn't.
different.
No, he just touched it.
Oh.
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 Cafriel takes the crystal.
Yep, boop, pops out.
Oh, I thought he had taken it as well.
Yeah, it made it sound like he had taken it out.
Nope, he touched it and like used an action to absorb the magic inside of it.
Okay, so when Cafial grabs it, does anything happen to her, or is she...
Nope. The crystal looks... It's still glowing a little bit, but not nearly as much.
This is pretty.
Um,
I like it.
During the short rest, Olympius is just gonna do just casts of shocking grasp against the ruins of the clockwork soldiers every now and again to see what possible effects can happen with the with the random.
Eventually you realize that it cycles through one of six, either acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
Cool.
The thunder one probably surprises him.
Yeah.
A crash. Yeah. Yeah, so
And
I'll,
it's 10 minutes per thing, right?
Yep. So I should be able to
Okay,
get through all of them in a short rest. 1, 2, 3,
There's
4,
five.
5, 6. Yeah, the potion and the medallion. That's 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, which one do you want to do first?
Let's go in order. Chainmail first.
Alright, so after doing that, you find it's nothing that bad. It's a +1 chainmail.
That makes
Nice.
17.
Plus 2 decks.
Chainmail's heavy armor.
That is?
Not 90% sure. Right? Adam, chainmail's heavy
Yeah,
armor.
it is.
I don't
It is.
remember.
It is. Unless it's a chain shirt.
Nope, it's chainmail.
Okay, so then, yeah, AC 17 effectively.
Okay, what next?
The wand.
If you're going through that, you see it is the Wand of Binding. You're going to start dumping these things into your inventory.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Give
There it is.
Latalian.
Binding.
This wand seems to be something that would be in the dungeon of our house, most likely.
Ooh! Can I have it?
Let me look it over a little bit first, Caffriel, so I can figure out exactly what it does.
Aw.
Perhaps. Did you add it to my
Not yet.
Okay.
What was it called again? The Wand of what?
wand
Sorry.
of, wand
Wand
of
of
binding?
binding, he said.
Thank you.
How long would it take you to transfer that enchantment from armor to Raphael's armor?
The binding?
The armor,
No,
not the wand.
the armor.
Not the wand.
Alright, there you go.
Oh, the +1. Oh.
Armor of
Got me
binding.
excited
that
for a
is-
second.
Well, this is a really good wand. 7 charges, gains a d6 +1 daily at dawn. You can cast hold monster, hold person, or hold monster or hold person. 2 charges for hold person, 5 charges for hold monster. Spell save DC 17. And while holding the wand, you can use a reaction to expend a charge to gain advantage on a saving throw to avoid being paralyzed or restrained, or to escaping a grapple. So it also lets you stop being binded. So it's basically it's
That
got a
might
safe word as well.
So it's for a dom.
It's got
instead
a
of
safe
dom.
word too.
That
So, yeah.
might be good for me.
Aww.
I don't believe Mihi's room is near the dungeon.
Saying if she gets in danger,
Mihi's room is
so
the
that
dungeon.
she can stun things.
The
Well,
Yeah,
only
you can
problem
use
with
it for
that is that hold person and stuff, that's all concentration, and I'll already be concentrating on things like Bane and Slow.
I mean, I don't have very many spells that require concentration.
Olivia's, you're a little bit of a cute guy. You could use it.
Does it
Anyway,
require
I'm gonna
attunement?
put this right here. And he just places it on the
Does it
floor.
require attunement?
What does it look like?
Yes, it does require attunement by a spellcaster.
Oh,
So-
my well, that's
I
all
think
of us.
All
That's
of us
everybody,
are
yeah.
spellcasters.
Yeah. Oh
Ooh.
my!
Yeah!
You're kidding me.
I love it!
Oh my
I
god!
hate it.
I love
Sell
it!
it.
You're really gonna have to draw that,
No,
Colleen.
if you're gonna sell it, then just please put it in the sex dungeon.
No.
It'll get so much use there.
I love this item, and I'm very happy we found it.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
Me
anyway,
and Mihi will use it.
Oh my. Grandma's gonna put the wand down, like, very clearly this is a wand of binding. I probably didn't even need to identify it. Kind of look. And he'll start waving the pheasant's feather, pearl writing in flames above his head. The next item, which is the small pouch. Well, actually, first I'll look in it to see, like, what's in it first.
Alright, so you open it, and inside you see a very sparkly dust inside. Like, super
Yeah.
sparkly. Like, the literally, like, shines. Like, you open it, and, like, it shines the light that's kind of emanating from it all around the room, and it shines all across everything.
Ooh, yep. And then I'm going to start waving the pheasant's feather over it and beginning to identify.
Alright, after the whole thing, it is not magical.
Okay.
But what is it? Doesn't it still
Uh,
identify
well-
what it is?
It's
Oh,
a
that's a good
pride.
So, Oliphius, roll me. So Oliphius and me, he can roll me Arcana. Caffrel, roll me Intelligence with advantage.
Ooh! Ooh!
That's a good
A
one.
1.
Eight.
21.
Me, This is a bag of diamond dust worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh!
Yeah, she'll tell everybody. That would be good for some of those revivify spells you were talking about, right, Grandpa?
Yep, I'm keeping that on me, thanks. And he puts it in the bag of holding.
And
The
the last
robe
one is-
next.
Oh,
Okay.
right, yeah. Robe of the Archmage. Robe of the Archmage.
You're funny. All right, so after
Dream
going
can't
through
die.
it, you know this is the robe. Hold on. This is the robe of eyes.
Robe of eyes.
What does that do?
Not everything is a sex thing,
Gabriel,
Gabriel.
stop inflecting that way.
I mean, it could be a sex thing. Some people like to be watched.
Oh man, that's freaky looking.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Alright, what does it do?
Freaky.
Sure, we should just set
robe
you
of
up as a
eyes.
brothel.
Let's see. Lets you see in all directions, giving you advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, dark vision out to 120 feet, and you can see invisible creatures, objects, and into the ethereal plane up to 120 feet. The eyes in the robe can't be closed or averted, so although you can close or avert your own eyes while you're never considered to be doing so wearing the robe. A light or daylight spell within 5 feet of the robe causes you to be blinded for a minute. And yeah, so.
So it has a drawback.
And that does require attunement, yeah. So it does have a drawback with the light spell, daylight, and also probably looks really freaky when you're walking around town with it on.
If
Somewhere.
you're walking around town, you're in daylight, so you're blind.
No, the daylight spell. It's not the.
Okay.
It's not just daylight. It's the daylight spell.
You can take the robe off. Not sure how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to be wearing the robe to get the effects.
and it requires attunement.
Yeah,
So
you can still take it off and like put it back.
Would we want to give that to Caffriel since she doesn't have dark vision?
Tuned to the items right now.
I
think we
also
all-
don't have. Well, speak for yourself. I also do not have dark vision. So I might actually.
I would love to see you in this thing.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, well.
Keep in mind, Grandpa,
Right.
you are currently wearing the robe of useful items.
Oh crap! You're right.
Double stack.
Oh.
This
Oh.
robe gives me intense Magnus Archives vibes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean the robe of useful items doesn't require attunement, so I can, like, if I ever need it, put it on, grab something off of it, or just pick it up. Yeah.
I guess technically.
Yeah, I think I'll take off the robe of useful items as much as it pains me as a player because I love the robe of useful items.
By the way,
Oh.
for the robe of useful items, you have to be wearing the robe. It doesn't.
Yeah, I figured.
It says while wearing the robe.
Yeah.
Rat.
So yeah, I'll do that then. All right. Next thing.
Okay.
The potion.
All right. After going through it, you know this as a potion of superior healing.
Ooh. Ooh, he's just wiggling it around the air, sloshing the contents. Now,
Who wants
who gets hurt all the time? Eyeing Oliphius and Mihi.
I would prefer it going to Mihi before me because I at least have defensive spells.
Yes, I think that's probably a good idea. Mihi.
Frozen.
Mihi.
She's
Oh, no.
dead.
She used that freezy spell that saves her life. No, she's not frozen. Mihi.
Tara.
Mihi, can you hear us? Oh, she's in the ethereal plane. Good thing I can see her now. You're making a face like you can see us, but you're not answering the damn question, Mihi. Take the
Mihi.
superior healing potion, or I'm gonna throw it at you.
I don't know if she can hear us.
Yeah,
no.
I think it's every so often.
Region Sydney.
Yeah, I moved us to Sydney, and all of us are fine except for her.
Me.
Well, while the connection is...
Hello.
Yeah,
There we go.
Ah.
Hi.
You take the potion.
Especially after what just happened, I would gladly take the potion. Thank you.
I will transfer over the potion of superior healing.
Thank you.
There you
now
go.
the last thing. The brooch.
The medallion.
Gabrielle's
right,
like
then.
holding it.
Gabrielle, put it on the damn ground.
Ah!
Your hands shake. They're always shaking. Kind of cold, too. Put it down.
Puts it down. I'm taking it back.
Yes. No. Pheasant's feather, pearl riding above my head, flames. What is it?
All right. So as you do it, you know this as the Scarab of Protection.
Oh boy, I think I know this one out of character. If you hold the beetle medallion in your hand for a round, the inscription appears on its surface, revealing its magical nature, provides 2 benefits while it's on your person. And it does require attunement. Heads up. Advantage on all saving throws against spells. It has 12 charges. If you fail a saving throw against necromancy spell or harmful effect originating from an undead creature, you can use your reaction to expend a charge and turn the failed save into a successful one automatically. When the last charge is used, the scarab turns to dust.
Oh, it doesn't recover them.
Yeah, but it has 12, and as long as you don't spend that last one, and that's only necromancy.
You have advantage on.
You already have an advantage on all saving throws against spells, and then the charges are to get automatic saves against undead origin or necromantic spells.
So give that to Cal or Cafriel.
I haven't opened right now.
It'd probably be best use on you.
You really want that?
Cafriel found it. Cafriel found it, so I'm going to put it back in her hands because she's looking at me with that way that she does, and you two can decide that.
Not bad.
It's more important for me to have AC, and she just tosses it.
Can I attune from one of the rings? I'm absolutely
from
fine.
my
Nothing...
rings if you want.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Toss.
I feel like if I pick
I believe it would be the Scarab House. It's a scarab.
Nah, I'm permanently bound to one of my magical items because it's my armor. So
until we find better armor.
Till we find better armor, yeah.
Or until I...
What's your current armor?
Yeah, or until I find a way to transfer...
Scale mail armor.
How much does it give you?
It gives me nothing except for resistance to cold damage.
Yeah, but what's the AC of it?
It's not. There's no bonus to it. It's just scale mail.
Well, then you could take the chainmail. That would bring your AC to 17.
I am not trained in heavy armor.
Oh, really?
So by the way,
it would take heavy armor.
As you guys are conversing with each other,
oh boy,
you guys hear something above you, as if stone is moving. And as you look up, you watch as parts of the stone on the ceiling fall all around you. And you watch as little eyes open up on each of the cobblestones.
Oh boy.
Initiative.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Did we finish the short rest?
Yeah, we did.
I was about to kick off a conversation about Olifgus. I think it's time that you get Cabal's Ruin eventually.
Whew, at least I got good initiative this time.
I would be more than happy to take Cabal's Ruin off your hands.
I need something back, because I honestly don't have that many
good magical items. The only thing that I have is the ring of spell scoring. That's pretty much all I've got.
All I've got is the Ring of Protection, Ring of Free Action, or the Staff of the Adder.
All the
I
things
switched you for the
while
ring
they're
of
still
protection.
talking.
Sorry, out of character stuff. We can talk about it later.
Oh, shit.
14. I suggest we run.
Is this in the same room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, then I need to open up that thing again. What was the map called?
Baubles. Enchantment Chamber.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So all around you. So top of the order. Caffrey. You watch as these little tiny legs and arms like sprout out, and they're swarming all around like these squares.
Oh boy. She's going to is the shield not active right now, or is it still active?
Last room.
Oh, okay. Bonus action, activate shield. And then she's going to green flame blade, the one Cobble Swarm 1.
Yep.
And shoot, 23.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that is 9 slashing, and then that'll also be 9 to that one, and then the one next to it takes 5 in total. As the fire leaps over to it, Cobblestorm 2 does.
Okay.
And
So
then
so as you strike it, you notice that your strike kind of like makes a scratch on the stone. It doesn't seem the slashing does not seem to be as effective on the stones.
All right. Does the fire seem to do anything?
Yeah, the fire seems fine. The fire does seem to be okay.
Okay. And then she's going to bonus action attack Cobble Swarm 1 again.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit.
10 does not hit. As you watch as part of the swarm like kind of separates and you hit like the stone floor, kind of swarming, all like literally climbing on top of each other, like kind of like a swarm of bugs. Except they're like little tiny like cobblestones.
Yikes! That's my turn.
All right, next up, Grandpa.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a Sacred Flame on Cobble Swarm 1 that Caffriel was already attacking. So it needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 14.
I got a 19.
And it saves. So, send it out. They just, whoop, they do that like the termites from a Looney Tunes cartoon. They just swarm out in a circle,
Yep.
they donuts in the middle, and they take the spot back. Alright, and then... Yeah, I mean, not really much I can do bonus action-wise. Actually... No, I don't think I want to use a spell slot on this. Alright, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. So next up, Cobble Swarm 3. You watch as it moves into Grandpa's space.
Oh, well.
And goes underneath you. As it goes on the floor, like it's like you're trying to step and you keep stepping on the cobblestones and you're starting to lose your balance. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Got it, buddy.
Dexterity saving throw. That's a 9.
You fall prone as like you lose your footing. You hit the ground. As a bonus action, you. No, I'm going to do that later. So it is going to attack you.
Oh, that was an attack.
As you watch. Nope, that's not his action. That's just whenever the swarm moves into a creature's space.
Gotcha.
So you watch as like the stones all of a sudden jut like little spikes and try to stab into you.
What stones do?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And it gets advantage because you're prone.
Yep.
Anyone have shatter?
Nope.
Nope.
Natural 20. All right. That is 19 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
You get riddled with like little spikes on the stones. And then as a bonus action, it just does it. As a bonus action, it's going to shove you. Wrong one. Over there.
That counts as an attack, right?
Nope. That you can just do as a bonus action.
Well,
What
did
kind
he
of
attack
stabbings?
Grandpa?
It attacked Grandpa and then has the ability to shift and tumble. As a bonus action, this one can push a prone creature whose space it occupies 5 feet.
Okay.
How much
No,
damage is
but for
that?
the
Did you say
sentinel.
18?
Right?
I was just
for the
wondering
sentinel,
percent.
for the sentinel attack is what she's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it attacked with its stinging thing. That wasn't attacked.
Okay.
Did you say it was 18 damage, by the way, Adam?
19.
19.
I'll use my attack of opportunity on the thingy then.
Okay.
Shoot.
Nice.
20.
That'll hit.
Boop. Whop. For 9 damage.
All right.
Which is probably more like 4
Tapped.
damage.
It's 5. It gets reduced to 5.
Okay.
All right. So that's its turn. Oliphius, you're up.
Okay. Are we looking to fight these things or flee?
I mean, is this from the abjuration room? It sounds like it's from the abjuration room.
I mean, it might be from the fighters thing. I don't know.
Where are we gonna?
Getting out the
Okay.
door.
They can clearly not care about like what room boundaries are, so I think we kind of have to fight them.
Yeah, I think they would just follow us.
Okay. And that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Especially with them tripping us a lot, like it'll be hard to run anyway.
Okay. Then.
Fair enough. I know what you're doing. Fair enough.
Lightning bolt.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, diagonal lightning bolt.
Okay. So Swarm 1 has to make a Dex save. Yeah.
Yup.
So that is a 10. That fails.
Nope.
Number 2. 14.
I don't believe so. I think mine's a
Okay.
16.
Okay. And then Cobble Swarm 4. 18. So 4 succeeds, but 1
I'm
and 2
going
do
to
not.
use my
Got an
reaction.
18, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, I'll use my reaction to try to reduce that.
Nice.
I reduce it by 3.
So to 15.
Yep.
Okay, fails.
Cool. Because I want these things dead. So that will be 28 points of damage to all of them.
Okay.
Save for 3.
Except for 4. No, they all failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, other than 3. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So So that one took. So that makes that. Okay, couple swarm. One's dead.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, cool.
You watch as like it literally like kind of like turns to dust. Number 4 also takes 28. You not 38. Dude. There you go. You guys watch as like more than half the swarm turns to dust. Like there's still a little bit kind of crawling around, but yeah, half of them are.
They don't have vulnerability to AOE's.
And then that one takes 28, so 28 plus. It's still up, but barely. Most of them are like crumbled to dust.
Okay. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, that's
Alright.
my turn.
Okay. Next up, Mihi.
Okay, so I would like to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to quickly roll to see if anything happens to me. Sorry.
You're good.
You're good. Okay, I would like to move back 5, 10, 15, 20. Just gonna swap positions with Orpheus. And then I would like to Eldritch Blast twice.
Okay.
First one at the one that's directly in front of me. I think that's 2.
So couples from 2. That hits.
Nice.
Dirty 20. 2 points of force damage.
It is still up.
No.
I'll send the second one at that one also.
Get him.
Nice.
It's,
Yeah.
5.
it's dead. It had 1 hit point. Like, the last one. So as the bats as like dust combines with the ink.
And pass turn.
All right, Cal, you're up.
I will step forward going into
On 4, I'm guessing.
I'm gonna take a nice little golf swing at it. 14.
That does not hit.
Oh.
I get a 10.
Kel, use your sword like a sword.
Seven.
Oh.
Golf swing Mitch, is it? And I just like bash down. 17 points. Magical slash.
Yeah, it kills it. That kills it. It's dead. You get the last bits and just go to dust.
Action. Actually, oh, because she used her reaction. In my turn.
All right. Next up, Cafriel.
Alright. Bonus action, Crimson Right. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm going to swing at the one in front of me. 14 does
Misses.
hit. Okay. And then
Just
bonus
barely.
or extra attack. 15.
That one hits just barely.
Alright.
Reroll
I get
that.
reroll that one.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, plus
Nice.
6 points of fire damage.
So you strike and you actually get a good chunk of them as they go. Like about half of them are still there, though. I say a little less than
Alright.
half, I should say.
Then let me double check how much the. Okay, I took 2 points of fire damage for activating it.
Cool. Second turn.
Yes.
As your turn ends, Oliphius, you can no longer contain the magical power, and it go off.
Oh. You're
You're
muted,
muted.
Alex.
I never used the advantage ability.
I
No,
know.
he's talking about the stored power from touching the crystal.
Oh, okay. Good to.
Is it fireball?
That's fireball.
I think that is
7 and 8 is
Is it
fireball.
fireball?
I'm pretty sure it
Is
is.
it finally time?
It's
Is it
getting
fireball?
fireballed.
Bring back the package
Hold on.
streamers. It
Alex,
happened.
Alex, is it fireball?
7 and
It
8
is!
7 and 8 is fireball.
It finally happened!
Yeah, so what's so center on yourself, what's the range? Unless you count
I cast counter spell.
Oh,
Alright, so you feel it. All of a sudden, as the
Oh,
fire
that's so fun.
begins to collect around you, you suddenly like, and it dissipates.
Well,
Now roll
look,
again
he has
immediately,
he has to roll for the counterspell cast.
Yeah, I do. Do
And
I
then it
have
casts fireball again.
both of them?
No, I'll say no.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong one.
No,
Oh no,
no,
I got it. Dang it! I spent the
It's
20.
disadvantage though, isn't it?
no,
Oh, it
because
is
the thing's
disadvantage.
gone. Well, the
Okay,
thing's
so
gone.
disadvantage.
Is it still?
Back
Because
on,
the
because-
energy.
No, it's still in.
Is
I mean,
the
it's still
energy
okay.
still within me? It's just I'm losing
Yeah, the
control
energy's
of it?
still within you.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to do something about this because if this is starting to cause people to wild magic,
It's causing at least you to wild magic.
So a 6?
yeah.
It
6
doesn't go
passed.
on. It's on 5 now.
No, that
No,
one,
I
I think
mean,
that
like,
was.
no, it resets.
was-
Oh
Wasn't that a? Was that to see if you could counterspell the fireball?
no, that was
No,
just to
no,
see
so
if
it's
you.
a level 3 spell, so I automatically counterspell
Okay.
it. This is to see if I go off for casting counterspell.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's higher than cantrip.
Right.
So you're up to 5 now.
It doesn't reset.
reset on short or long rest.
Oh,
No, it doesn't reset at all.
Energy is.
Oh, you gotta be careful, bruv.
Oh boy.
We need to do something about this, like, now.
I mean, you
All right,
can win
so-
and touch things.
Grandpa, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna use half my movement to get to my feet. And we're gonna try once again to Sacred Flame this thing.
Oh,
So it's gotta make a dex save.
16.
And it passes. And I'm good. Hooray.
All right. It's its turn. You watch as it goes over on top. Goes around Caffrael. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
20.
You're good. You keep your balance, like you're able to like kind of get on the ground. I mean, obviously, there's less than half of them, so you're able to like get. But it feels weird, like having these little like legs like on stones crawling all over your feet. Ew, that's weird. It's gonna attack you.
Whee!
9. Nope. As the little spikes try to go in, they can't quite like go through the leather on your feet, like on your boots. Like you can still kind of feel like a prick, but doesn't go in enough to actually do damage.
Mhm.
All right, Boop. Oliphius, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna. Fuck, I'll attack with Shocking Grasp.
All right.
And since I'm just gonna constantly surge, might as well give myself advantage.
All right. Also roll a d6 too.
Yeah. So first Shocking Grasp, let's see. 19.
That'll hit.
And the d6 is a 2.
Which is cold.
Okay. That, and then that.
Ooh.
7 points of damage.
It's still up.
God damn it.
So you kind of hit it, and like you kind of miss one and go right into the stone.
I'm gonna make for the door. And I'm gonna open the door
Yeah, you open the door.
for my bonus action, I guess that would
Free
be.
action, nope.
You get free action.
Oh,
free action
okay.
open the door. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna leave because I am terrified to be anywhere near any of you. If I surge
Alright.
again, that's not good.
Oh, wrong button.
He links out of existence.
Yep, he runs upstairs. Alright, that your turn?
Yeah.
Mihi, you're up.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Please
That
don't
one
hit me.
misses.
14.
Misses. That one hits.
27.
Yeah, 27 hits.
5.
Still up.
Damn it.
These guys are champions.
They're a wily little group.
You get a few. There's like what? 2 of them left, basically.
It's barely a swarm.
Oh, hey, Liffy, where are you going? Walk out of the room. No, I'm kidding. Done.
All right.
I close
Yeah,
the
you're
door
up.
and you hear another thoom.
I'm gonna
Smoke
run
comes out from
the
under the door frame.
Casting
what?
thaumaturgy to make my voice move loud. Yell for go touch one of the crystals, Oliphius. That'll be my turn.
Yep. Next up, Caprell.
Capriel is going to green flame blade.
For a second, I was like, "Where the fuck did Caprell go?" And I
Where's
forgot she was
Gabrielle?
like,
Oh, under the
she's
swarm.
under, the swarm is still like under. Yeah.
That's right.
A green flame blade.
All right,
Green flame blade.
that hits.
I won.
It's dead. It has 2 hit points. It's
I
dead.
want to know how much damage I
How
do, though.
dead.
How dead is
I
it?
want to see it die.
It's super dead. So you kind of like scroll and just, and you get it. It's dead. It's
We want
diggity
the
dead.
big numbers.
Diggity
It's-
diggity
It is dead.
It was 20 damage, just FYI.
Hell yeah.
Well, those were a
I'm off
nuisance.
after.
Like, patting off the bugs, takes off a few of the dead ones, just drops it.
Oh, they're not
Also,
bugs.
make sure
They're
Ollie is
actual
safe.
Oh,
cobblestones.
not? Oh, okay.
No, they're actual cobblestones.
Oh, weird.
I'll run after our buddy, our pal, our lawful evil buddy friend.
Yeah, run
Yeah.
there as well.
I'd like to pick up like one of the cobblestone corpses.
Okay.
Odd phrase, but yeah, I want to pick one up as we leave.
Okay.
We murdered the street, guys.
Cobble corpses. Take that,
Um,
Public Works.
Olivius!
Has Oliphius touched one of the crystals? One of the gems?
Oh,
Make sure it's
whichever
the right
one,
Enchantment.
whichever one had the insignia from the room that we just came from.
Okay. That's the one like in the middle left.
Okay.
So, you rush over and you touch it, and you watch as all of this arcane energy leaves Olivia's body and goes into the gem. You watch the gem glows a bright blue.
Hey! Alright, now we know what to expect.
Oh, that was awful.
I vote this does not touch.
I would
don't know, the
agree.
thing that he was doing was very neat with a shocking grasp.
Can
And
I touch him?
Yeah. Did you guys see that spectral Oliphius that was like kung fuing the thing?
I
Like
would
a
like
I mean-
soul Oliphius, I was kind of jealous.
He's done things like that before, changing fate, altering it, but I see a second one usually every time he does it.
The thoughts.
I touch him.
No. That is also
Please?
the second worst option. Because
We should just trade off.
he, Grandpa, and I should. Little
No,
unsure
me too!
No, you're Capriel. Don't know.
You're sexist.
I'm not sex. How is that
Then
sexist?
prove it.
How?
I mean, he's
I
letting
just said
you
me,
win.
he,
So how is that
Capriel.
sexist?
What?
Because it's humanist and sexist. You're sexist against human girls.
That's called racist.
Racist sexist. That's the worst kind.
Okay,
Capriel.
barring
Please,
the
Mihi and Oliphius, back me up here. But
I am okay.
Olivius would let me do it.
you're patron could literally snap us out of existence. And we don't
Yeah,
know
and
what
so could. Well, I don't know.
I
if your
mean,
god-
theoretically, your deity
most
and my deity could also probably snap us out of existence.
Exactly.
Yes, but I feel like it's a safer gamble if one of us.
Can I do a knowledge arcana something?
Knowledge Arcana for what?
The effects that I was under. I just want to do a quick.
Actually, now that I've not to touch them, it's going to be like
I'm gonna absolutely touch them.
absolutely.
I think we should just trade off.
Alright, what are you trying to gather from this Arcana check?
To see if this would, if I'm going under the assumption that all these effects were essentially as if I were enchanted.
Basically, so are you talking about just your wild magic stuff going off all the time?
Not the wild magic stuff, though. That is a dire concern. More that the effects were akin to that of enchantment-based magic. Thus, is that something we could expect from if we find other massive sources of magic? Basically,
You gather that might be the case. Again, you'd require more experimentation.
Can you imagine if Oliphius picked up the evocation one? Every wild magic surge is fireball. That's the effect.
Absolutely.
Oh, I am not touching that one.
Gabrielle,
I'm gonna touch all of them.
Gabrielle, I'll give you the code if you promise.
Caffrey, I would like to touch a couple of them as well.
I want to touch one too.
Well, if you let me touch and become part of the rotation, then I won't try to touch every single one I see.
I think that's
I
the
have
better
no
idea.
qualms with this. Spreading
Yeah,
the...
it's just Cal because he's sexist racist.
Cal,
Then
Cal,
how-
I don't think
how
you're gonna
about
win
this?
this fight.
There are 7 more. Each of us gets 1, and then Cal and myself can take the extra 2.
Sure.
I'm fine.
I think we maybe see what the others' effects are. They might be different, and there could be something for like making sure who is most well equipped to handle each school of magic.
Can't exactly predict what they're going to be until somebody has them to know the school of magic. I never would have guessed that enchantment magic would cause what happened to Oliphius.
I'm going to spin the bottle of wine. Decide what.
That's much stronger than wine.
If I roll a 2, you want to just say it's a 3?
No,
Oh,
just
you
re-roll
spin it
if it's a
again.
2.
Those are the
You
rules.
spin it again. Yeah, that's the
That's a
rules.
7.
7. That is evocation.
Oh, Oliphius, look! We're the one you wanted! Wow, what are the odds of that, eh?
Okay, so I'm going to go straight shot. That's through
Well-
Gabrielle can go. Plan?
I mean,
Wait,
I wouldn't
who's
mind
going for
having...
the crystal?
Hold on, I need to give myself a little bit of healing. I'm a little hurt by those cobble creatures.
Depending on how big the room is, I can bam.
You know I can too. I have both Expeditious Retreat and Misty Step.
I also have Thunderstep.
I don't
can't
care
tell,
who
or-
does it. Somebody. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, look at all of you people and your zoopers.
Want to touch it, Capriel?
Of course I want to.
You can go ahead. That's open the door and that's the try that if we
By we, do you mean the collective we, or do
yes,
you
that's
mean...
what I mean. I'm trying very
yes.
hard to take everybody's thoughts in.
Let's
Not
just
helping.
let's go to the room and hope it's not awful, like on fire.
Walk to the location or
You can stand
Yes.
very far away from the evocation
So
door.
the evocation room is the...
Location
right,
is-
yeah, further straight hallway down the stairs.
Mickey stands a good like 20 feet back from the door when it opens.
Oliphius does the same.
Oh, you two, evocation can be many things. not just fire.
It's not worth the risk.
It's predominantly fire and pain.
Ooh.
Oh, see, it's just a lecture hall. Olivius, you should be used to this.
That is not what I expected.
So Grandpa Caffriel and Cal would be in the front, and then Olivius would be bringing up the rear.
I can't remember. Is Oliphius Blue Lithius now or no?
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was regular Lithius now.
I don't think we.
Is he Blue Lithius?
He asked me to prepare a move curse next dawn, so it has.
Yeah.
We haven't had a rest since he asked that.
Okay, so I guess he's still Blue Lithius. My bad.
That's alright. You gotta remind me for that, Alex, 'cause I'm totally gonna forget that.
Oh, it's same.
Kind of.
Alright, so as you walk in, you notice an altar with a giant statue in front of you. The giant statue seems to be holding out a crystal in cupped hands. There are chests on either side, and you notice that all of the pews and the chests are covered in what looks like to be some sort of thick spider webs.
Nobody touch anything, please. Before we know what we want to do.
Me, I'm in total agreement.
Running out of the room.
So, Caffriel, are you the one who's gonna touch the scary gems?
Let's look around first.
Let's just touch the.
Would you
I'm
like me
concerned
to
that it's
cast
a what that
Expedition
it's.
Retreat?
So should I get ready to hold the door back in case close it?
Yes.
Everybody move out of the way. So
I mean, if something
Alright.
happens the moment she grabs it, though,
but she's super
I also
fast.
missed
What
you.
happens?
I'm going to very quickly look around the room, and with my robe of eyes, when I need to do, have we had? No, we haven't had a short rest for me to do that, have we?
Nope.
Crap.
No, it was just to identify.
I mean, if we're all out here and something happens, and Caffriel's the only one at the far end of the chamber.
I don't know if it has X. All misty. Back to this.
Okay.
It's not going to go perfect. There's no way that we trying to act like nothing happened is not going. No way that we get out of this. Touch the crystal and see what happens.
Alright, I'll be at the door preparing to step back and shut it with me, but I'll still be technically in the room.
Wanna-
So, Caffriel taps her scythe on the ground, and her a couple of the carved runes in her arm kind of glow, and her the soles of her feet kind of just light up with fire, and she sprints like full tilt over to this crystal.
All right, you run, you go, and all of a sudden, as you get close to the crystal, all of a sudden you watch as it absorbs inside of the statue. The head of the statue ignites with fire, and inside you see a flaming skull on top of the statue as its fists his hands crush into fists. Looks up, and as you stop trying to turn around, he goes, and we're gonna end the session there.
Ah, shit. Oh, it wasn't gonna be that easy.
Wow.
All right.
Shot.
So, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us in tonight's session. Don't forget, we love each and every single one of you. Have a good night.